All right, so I just wanted to start by saying the really like the biggest problem with white Jesus in our community today is that they really don't even try to. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Goons and Goblins, where we play Dungeons and Dragons and nothing else. Uh,
That's it. I'm just saying that photo, that painting.
yeah. Today's gonna be some fun. We're gonna get into this. We're all here to have a good time, and I hope you are too. For the one person that might listen in 2 years. So, um, we had an interesting day last time. People got shot at.
Mm.
Uh, orcs ran away. Elf got smoked pretty bad. It was it was a tone shift for the party, to say the least. Like as a collective. Well, minus James because he hid, which is also like a tone shift in its own right. Uh, but at the end of that, we also had Bozo's Bed and Breakfast, the
Yay.
introduction of um maybe the greatest place ever? Question mark. And whether it's the greatest or not, you are guaranteed to have the best sleep of your life. And that was true for everybody except for Navi, who probably had the most bothered sleep of his life, as he was visited by some very weird people involving fate, and what that might imply about his path moving forward. But we're through that, and it's the morning.
Yay.
Good morning, everybody. As everybody except for Navi is awake, feeling super refreshed. You know, like it's actually incredible how much of a good sleep you had. You want to know how incredible it is? You guys, everybody except for Navi, gets one temporary hit point. How about
Oh,
that?
that's a good. Oh, that's a good sleep.
Okay, I guess I gotta go thank Bozo.
You never know. That one hit point could save you.
Oh God,
Never know.
foreshadowing.
I
And
just
you
know
got
myself. I'm gonna eventually almost die.
No, no,
yes, you will.
no.
Yes, you will. Uh, so it's the morning is yours. You can approach it however you want. So I
I'm
will
going.
leave that.
I'm going to presto changeo myself and dry myself off,
Yeah, you look new. You look like Navi.
and then I'm gonna head out and I'm going to wait for D's to show up.
Eh. Is Bozo downstairs?
But when you leave your room to go downstairs, Bozo is downstairs manning the bar.
Okay, okay. I want
I
to go to Bozo. I want a drink because he said I get unlimited drinks. I want a drink.
And you could tell like he's not exactly a morning person either. So he doesn't even respond. You kind of just hear like the SpongeBob feet under him as he goes and drink. He gives you a drink.
What does it look like?
What do you want? What drink did you want?
I don't know. I just told him like, yeah, Bozo, give me your specialty.
All right. So he just gives you a beer. Just like regular run of the mill, like this is it. This is the it's satisfactory and nothing more.
I don't even look right. No, so nothing. Just I take a cherry from the bar and just put it in. Like now, it's a Bozo drink.
It's doesn't give you anything after that. He kind of just walks away to like clean up the area, make sure everything's set up for the no customers that he's expecting to get.
Okay. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna sip my drink and wait till more people get up.
I also come down
And you
and go
see,
up to the bar
yeah,
and I say, Bozo, thank you. I did indeed have the greatest sleep of my life so far.
he starts doing his little jig, and he's like, "As I said, guaranteed."
Can I do a a perception check just to see how it really feels? as he's
Uh,
doing that jig?
that would be an insight, not a
Inside.
perception.
Okay, sorry.
Give me an insight, yeah.
I need to know. I need to know how he's feeling.
Tell me good food for.
Why? Where was this
Wow.
roll last session? I got 24.
Uh, the way he's dancing, he already knew. He was very confident that he was telling the truth.
I'm just
Okay.
like this. Like that guy in the GIF, he's just like,
I'm going to ask him what's behind that heavy door.
A company secret.
And I'm part of the company because I'm about to cook breakfast. So what's behind the door?
No.
no.
You're not you're not doing this. Like, what?
I'm not part of the company. I'm about to make breakfast. Am I not a bozo employee now?
You would be
What's stopping me from being a bozo employee?
signing a contract where you work for free. We spoke about this before.
This is true. How much y'all went? If I sign the contract, will I see behind the door?
Well, you have to sign the contract first to see.
Mm. Yeah, I'll think on it. I'm just gonna make some standard breakfast, and I'll think. I'm gonna make green eggs and ham.
Sure, no problem.
Well, I'm gonna think on it.
Green eggs.
Yes. Anything's possible at Bozo's.
You're right. Anything's possible in Bozos, just like what's behind that door.
I'm gonna go chefing it up in the kitchen while y'all do your thing.
James is gonna wake up after hearing all of that marvelous bullshit that just happened. Solemnly walk, look at everybody in the room, and take a seat. Start writing on a notepad. I'm figuring out the things I want to do today. The shit needs to get done. I'm sitting down with a purpose, damn it.
To-do list.
Forgot we were actually on a mission. I was having so much fun.
You know, before the reality of life sets in, glorious.
You make to-do lists too? Crazy. Thought I was the only
Oh, I'm sorry. You make to-do lists?
well, yeah.
Penny for your thoughts. What's on your to-do list today? I'll share one of yours. I'll give you one of mine.
Oh, yeah. Make sure everybody has an amazing here at Bozo's Bed and Breakfast.
Well, that's interesting. Well, maybe I should find bounties.
Ooh, interesting. Are you some sort of bounty hunter?
The world's greatest.
I'm so lucky to have these type of customers in my. The greatest bounty hunter in the world thinks that Bozo's Bed and Breakfast is the greatest place on earth.
Happiest place on earth. I
It's
mean,
the
we'll
happiest,
come
the
out.
best sleep guaranteed.
It's all right.
What do you say?
It's all right.
What's all right?
To sleep.
I poke my head out from the kitchen, like
James.
I'm stirring, just whisking stuff.
What?
Maybe all right means something different.
Mm.
You sure you didn't, wake up feeling super refreshed? Like you can do anything? Should pick your words wisely.
I woke up feeling thoughtful. But then again, I wake up feeling thoughtful most mornings. So it was really like, did get all eight. That is true. I don't usually do that. Hmm. Nope, still all right.
What would it make it better?
I had a response to that. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
would it be on that to do list? Get response to that.
Yes, actually. Number 5.
So you're the thoughtful one in the group. Does that make you like the moral compass?
Hopefully not. I'm a bad influence, my friend.
Well, what have you influenced?
The sale of 205 gold today to buy your bed and breakfast.
That's more than yesterday.
5 more. Took up all night to figure that one out.
That's why you didn't have a good
Must
or okay sleep.
have been a big decision.
Yeah. Scout's honor.
Adding 5 more gold, that could change anyone's life.
All right, I'm yanking your chain. I had the best sleep of my life.
Oh, I know.
Thank you. Thank you. Laugh with me.
You're welcome. I like laughing. Anything else on your to-do list? You seem rather focused.
Oh, we're still talking. I um the rest seems a bit what did you say it was? Company secret?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Wow.
I don't know if you're an adventurer and if you wouldn't want to join us, band of knuckleheads.
Uh, if I did, what would be required of me?
Combat prowess, some sort of intelligence, perceptiveness,
I'm afraid I'm
maybe a
underqualified.
little bit of street smarts.
Don't think I fit the bill.
Company secret.
Then a secret it shall remain.
Even though I might speak about them out loud when the rest of them come out here.
That's
So,
fine, but until then, a secret. I respect secrets. I hope you do too.
okay.
I'm gonna head towards the back
Yep.
to. I'm gonna go with D's.
And I'm back here just continuing chefing it up.
Like
Master.
I'm like ADs. Um, I'm heading back to the archive one more time before we leave. I think it'd be a good idea if you came with me, just so that we could get everything that we need from there before we head out.
No doubt. I got you right after I finish making this food. Do you think we'll have time to go to a shop? Because I want some thieves' tools.
Yeah, what I have to do will be pretty quick.
Forgot what I wanted to go buy, and I wanted to go to a shop too. Holy
That's why you
shit!
need to write notes.
So fucking.
Question: Eep lost his white wings last night, right?
Right.
When I came to.
Correct. It's a normal, everyday, full value eat.
I want the Tarjay Eep back.
In time.
I'm gonna head back to the bar and finish my tea with milk and honey.
Sure, yeah. You guys get everything you gotta get. finish doing whatever you wanted to do here.
I start bringing out the food for peeps.
Yeah, food comes out.
Bam, bam.
We're gonna wait. Is everybody here?
I don't think so. We're still waiting for Leviticus and Dick.
Yeah,
I'm still
I'll walk down.
Okay. All right, so he's here. Dick, what are you doing?
It comes down to
I'm down. I'm here.
Yeah, everyone is here. Smash Brothers.
I'm gonna take that notepad out. Gonna put it in front of me. Now, friends, we got shit to do.
like eat this breakfast.
I, yes, that is something we need to do. I wouldn't want this to get cold. You worked hard on your green eggs and ham. Is that like a Rex interim special? Are you referring? Whatever. What I'm here today to tell y'all is that we need to start talking to these members of the Cerberus Assembly. We could do this separately, together, however you like to do it. I'd prefer it to do together, but if we can't, then we can't, and we gotta go on and hit the streets. So, and if you wouldn't like to do that, that's also welcome. I just need to know who's on board with talking to these people today because I got some stuff to do here on the list, and I need to. Well, one of these things actually, I'm gonna actually have to do that on my own anyway. So, once again, we can do this together, split up to you. I just wanted to see, where everybody's at today.
Well, only thing I got planned right now is to go with Navi real quick and then hit a store because I need a couple of supplies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Navi and D's because I need some supplies too.
Copy.
I had such a great sleep that I forgot what supplies I wanted to buy at a shop. So I'll go with you, James.
I could buy.
That's interesting. I appreciate that.
Where are you going, Dick?
It begins.
Oh, go with you guys.
Who's you? There's two groups. Which one is you guys?
You going
Latter
to the
group?
store?
You going to the
Yeah,
Or
store
you
or you going to whatever James is doing?
You're gonna go to the bodega or you're gonna go to
you
school?
go to the you go to the you go to the corner.
Okay, so he's bodega boy. I see it. All right, so we got 4 for the store, and then James and Alsis elsewhere.
That's interesting.
Wait, Navi, where did we have to go before? We were going back to the
They go into the Kobold
To the
Soul
Kobold
Archive,
Soul.
Yeah, that's it. There we going first.
then supplies after that. Okay, this seems like a pretty good split. So if that's the case, I guess the question is, where are you headed specifically, James?
I was thinking of doing these things in order, but I'm not. I'm gonna go to number 3, which is listed as speak to Romero. I'm gonna go look for the Grinners.
Oh man, no, I wanted to go.
Okay, you got it.
Damn it.
And I find it super interesting that the person that comes along with me in a persuasive effort is the most persuasive person in the party. So, divine timing. We
You talking
live.
about yourself?
No, I think it's you.
Okay, I thought it was me, but I was just like, because James kind of cocky. So
You guys combined have 90% of the party charisma. So
Yeah.
this is hilarious. Okay. The only place you know where the Grinners could be would be in the Mudtop ward,
Ah, shoot.
because that's where the Jadavians' place was. And Romero doesn't live here, so you don't know where he would be staying if he wasn't there.
got a
So
question. Oh, sorry.
so if you want to head back to to find a Grinners, it would likely take you back there, and I don't think I need to tell you what the state of that place is potentially for you.
So I'd be looking up. Nah, I guess I gotta come back with everybody for that one.
And I was about to say,
It
is there?
it depends on how you want to approach it. Like you can do it, and it's easier to be stealthy when there's two of you, depending on what you how you want to do it. But it's on you.
Stealth missions are easier when there's few involved.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to walk through the streets when it's two of y'all instead of six of y'all in a cart.
But six
There's
on
that.
12 sounds better than 2 on 12. You catch
There's
my
a
drift?
there's a downside
Wow.
to it, of course. Yeah.
I know the area. If there's a way for y'all to wait for me to take you,
That's see,
That
I
would
think
be
we should wait. So I'm gonna go to number one on the list, and that is to speak to Archmage Doolin for Tversky.
okay. Dulan Traversky, you got it. And then the others are speaking to well, they're going to the archive first. So I gotta pull up my maps. Okay, so okay, so you would be heading to uh the candles, basically, which are the places where the estates where the Cerberus Assembly dwell, which is near like it's around the center of the city, kind of surrounding the castle in the middle of Rexentrum. So you guys will be going deep in there, like, into the Shimmer Ward, which is like where all the upper class people live. This is the belly of the beast right here to get there.
Hey yo, let me call a high fantasy Uber, bro. I ain't trying. I ain't
Okay,
trying to do all that walking.
okay, that's smarter. That's smarter. Sure. And we'll say it's the it's the same guy from before. As soon as you say I think we should catch a ride, you look to your left and he like puts a cigarette out and steps on it. And he's just like, I
Is he
thought you
coming out from the shadows?
he was there all along. No shadows needed. I thought you never asked, Chief. I'm ready to go.
Oh well, we're back again, Francisco. It's time. We need to go to the camp.
The candles. Could leave you at the entrance and you can walk the rest of the way. It's pretty private.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yep. All right. Is it just you this time, or are you bringing somebody else? He looks over at Deez. He's like, "You coming?"
nah, I'm good. I'm good, bro.
Sure. I didn't finish my. Okay.
No, it's good. Good. I'll catch you next time.
All right. All right.
We
So
look
who's
back to Altus. You
who's
coming?
coming?
Yeah.
Tailed one. You'll do good in here.
Huh?
Let me tell you about my trip to Draconia.
No.
He starts
I look
riding.
over at James like,
Oh,
James,
what the fuck is going on here?
I wanted to ask you that. Is he normally like this?
Unfortunately. I mean, fortunately.
He goes
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Back in my day, I used to be able to slay 3 dragons at once. No offense, man, but it was just used to be my calling card.
What?
How
How
did
did you?
Huh?
Okay, let's back this up. This is a human man, right?
Yeah.
So if I were to say, hypothetically speaking, of course, back in my day, I used to kill 10 humans to the dozen, but I don't do it anymore. I'm retired. Does that not offend you?
Not really.
Okay. I tried.
Did
I
they
tried, also.
did they deserve it?
Did they deserve it?
Yeah.
What did those dragons do to you?
Stand in my way. It just keeps right. Give me an inside check. DC 5.
12.
He doesn't really have many people to talk to, bro. Honestly, he's just making up stories to keep himself going. The second he starts going off about Draconia, he starts saying, "Yeah, back in Draconia, you know, I found a whole bunch of gnomes over there. You guys know gnomes don't really be chilling in Draconia." He's so his ass is just like, "Yeah, in the underwater city, there's no underwater city." He just starts saying shit.
Are you sure there's no underwater city?
Is that an out of game question?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Don't take my word for it.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure we played a one shot. There
There's an
was enough.
underwater. There's an
I'm glad
underwater
I know.
kingdom, but not in that location.
So is that not a city?
Mhm.
So you're a well traveled man, is what I'm hearing.
I'd like to say that.
Have you ever been to Hupperduke? I bet it's great over there.
Oh yeah, they're just thriving. Never had a better time in their history than now.
Hmm.
I was there the other day. You know,
Hmm.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow. Did you pass by the Blushing Tankard? Here
it's
they
my
have a wonderful drink over there.
it's my favorite drink. It's my favorite place. I go there every time I stop by.
Oh my god, what's your favorite drink? It's the red one, right? You like that red drink? Gets you fucked up.
Always gets me fucked up. I love it. You know,
I
and
look at
it's a nice little quaint place. You know, just like one floor. It doesn't have a lot of people in it. It's just the best.
look over at James. Yeah.
All right. So Alice,
Mm.
I do plan on asking everybody this question, and it's a part of my to-do list, so I just need to make sure I get everybody in the group. But I wanted it to be personal, so I asked this question, just no bullshit here. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Pretty loaded question. I honestly never thought about that.
Felt like we're all just kind of on a journey, not really to a destination, but we're on a journey.
Well, originally, I just wanted to explore the world, and now we're in the middle of bullshit. And now I don't know anymore. There's an error message going on in my brain.
No, I feel that. All right, that's all. I just want to see.
Now I just have an existential crisis going on.
5 years is a long time. You can
Cannot
change careers
does
multiple
not
times in that span.
does not compute.
You'll be okay.
I just stare off into that one spot at the bottom of my seat.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years, Brandon?
That's another question. Probably not in this continent anymore.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
thinking of moving to Draconia.
I've already been there. I don't really need to. But
Oh,
I do want to go to a place. I want to go to a place that I discover. I want it to be unnamed.
hmm.
Unmarked on the map. Why are you looking at me like
No,
Would you feel like it's your calling as if it was your destiny for you to do this?
I'm not one to speak about that destiny stuff. but it'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I hear on a continent unknown to the people of these lands, a place on the southern side of the Sword Coast, by some water, kind of deep.
Oh,
I don't know if it has a name, but maybe that's a start.
Do people already live there?
Never been, so how
must
would
be
I know?
scary.
They must be stupid.
Maybe
If they already lived there and they didn't name it Waterdeep. That's kind of weird.
no, if that's the name or if that's just an unmarked place. Chances are, I feel like it's an unmarked place. Much like the, what do they call it? It's like the Badlands where anything goes. There's somewhere in this region. I just can't for the life of me. Not like Death Row or something. Hmm. You're a seasoned traveler. Would you know a place in this continent where you shouldn't be? Shady Creek Run. That's the name of it.
Hey, you want to stay
What?
with some Shady Creek? Those are some pretty bad folks up there.
Whoa, whoa. Shady Creek? I've been there once.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. I fell a lot.
That wasn't Shady Creek Run.
Oh,
That was
wait.
you were in Pale Bank Village, way up north.
Are you sure? Through the
Positive,
other?
positive, yeah. Like the before game, before we got here,
Yeah.
you were in a snowy village that was just like right outside of Islecross. You had just landed inside the continent, and it was Pale Bank Village.
I don't know how I misremember that, but
Yeah,
that
I,
name
I,
does ring a bell, oddly enough.
I will say Shady Creek Run is directly south of Pale Bank Village, so um, they're not too far apart. You have to go through Shady Creek to get into the Empire. So you kind of went around because you were told to stay away from for the exact reason they're saying these guys are fucked. Oh,
Uh,
it's encouraged gang violence and no regulation.
all right, you're right. I would have remember falling out. Oh wait, never mind. Misremembered.
No, it's okay.
But I did hear that name float around, probably for the exact reason you guys said.
Terrible place.
Could be
I,
like that.
Um, yeah, you should think about where you're going to be in 5 years. It's important.
are
Hmm.
you happy where you are right now? Would you imagine you'd be doing this exact thing 5 years ago?
Absolutely not. But
Hmm.
I'm happy. Get to meet fine folk like you.
Thank you. James, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
You're just staring like I don't know, man.
I'm about to say he looks stuck on stupid.
Yeah, looked like that was it.
Maybe it was a compliment.
The last brain cell just went.
Yeah, the gear just got stuck for a second, and they just came back out.
It's the old Apple pinwheel.
Yeah, yeah.
Buffering, buffering, buffering.
Oh,
Vante.exe is like still got to load in.
hate that shit.
So if you guys are done with the scene, I don't know if you are, but if you are, then we will leave you to your ride as we head over to the first destination of the other group, which will be the archive. And we'll skip the traveling part of this. You guys are rather close, or relatively close to the archive. So you guys get there. Um, when you get inside, it's a bit fussy considering what has happened recently at the archive. A lot busier, a lot more presence of kind of like low rank monks that you could tell are there specifically for combat prowess. So they like buffed extra security here on top of the usual kind of like archivists that are here kind of managing, which is archivists are basically like middle management of, of the Kobold Soul, and they're around kind of doing daily stuff, which is very simple, I guess easy to comprehend, which is the usual front desk, let people in. You can tell they're vetting, not vetting people in terms of like verbal, but they are hyper focused on the things that people are wearing, what weapons they have on them before they let people in. They're being a little bit more careful with that. You could tell a lot of like extracting aspects is kind of what's going on here to a certain extent. Um, so you do see that this is a much more secure version of the archive.
I'm gonna head to the front desk and ask the archivist there. So a little bit more blowover from last night.
When you get it up to the front desk, you would notice you have your knowledge of this specific archive is not nearly as extensive as it is for your home base, but you do know some important figures vaguely. Um, the person you're looking at is technically an archivist, but someone who is highly regarded, highly respected. It it, it gives the impression that if we couldn't get the high curator to be here today, we had to get the next best thing. And you see this gentleman, older, I would say like not too old, but like in mid to late 40s. You know who this is. Just like human man, kind of like brown skin, black hair, clean cut, average build in every sense of the word. More definitely a spellcaster, not someone who's really about that hand to hand life. And you know this person as Archivist Martine Crovet. Uh,
Martine, how you doing?
Facilitating, making
I
sure there's no repeat of what happened.
I can see. So if you're here, I'm guessing the high curator's not around.
Finding out that their advisor was kidnapped and replaced by a doppelganger is it leaves a lot of security questions, and we wouldn't want to put the high curator in the crosshairs.
Well, then you would be the man that I need to talk to. Would we be able to have some time to ourselves?
Yeah, no problem. He like calls over another one of the archivists to man the desk, and he all of you guys can all follow here. Um, as Martine kind of just leads you back to a way more fancier version of the conference room that you had back in Zadash. It's like this is like the Zadash archive just scaled up, like
Ooh.
in every sense of the way, because this is the main location. This is it. Like the Rexentrum archive, and then there's one on another continent are the two biggest locations for the Cobalt Soul. So you get there, it's a lot grander, a lot more, I would say, um, ornate, very ceremonial in its presentation. Like there's a lot more done to kind of present a front of importance from the Cobalt Soul. And you get in there, and there's a table, and it, it's before it even gets asked. There's a table. It's very well made. It's 100% bolt to the ground, and it's racist. It's all of these things at once.
And it's racist.
Segregation? Nah, this chair's going down. Roll initiative. We're starting right now.
It's everything. It basically said if it could say Leviticus leave me alone, it would. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
That's calling it. That's like just enticing him even more.
I know.
I'm gonna turn back to the other three, and I'm like, guys, besides you, D's, I don't really. This conversation really is not gonna need you in there. So if you guys would like to stay out here in the library and probably see if you could find something, that'd probably be best.
Can't read.
Hey, Bear.
Yeah. I'm pretty much saying the biggest leave the chair alone. I mean the table alone.
So I'm gonna turn to Martina and be like, is it possible for us to get an escort for them too?
Yes, absolutely. As you guys are not alone in this room right now, he kind of just signals over to a couple of the monks. These guys look very well trained, and they kind of just gently, they're not trying to force anybody or be any kind of pushy or authoritative about it. Kind of just gesture for you, for Dick and Leviticus to leave the room.
I'm going.
Awesome. They lead you out. They lead you back to the library area, where they will look over you, being that at this point you are not escorted by a Cobalt Soul member. They will 100% be hovering over you the entire time, as long as you're within this area. And as soon as that happens, as soon as those two monks leave and escort, two more monks come into the room that you're in and replace them.
I like, you don't trust us?
What you said?
I said, you don't trust us?
If I could be blunt, no.
You know what? I'm gonna let Navi do the talking right now. Look, I'm hurt.
All right, so Martine,
Yes,
can I say in confidence that you have some decision-making powers here?
I do.
I have a couple questions. One being, what do you know of the threads of fate and those who rule them?
We know that fate. As you can tell, he kind of goes into like educational teacher mode as he says this, because he is about as well read as somebody can be. And he just says, the threads of fate, or it's a long way to just say fate itself, has always been tied to death. And those who look over the fate are those who work with the matron of ravens.
Hmm.
I'm assuming that you know that me and Dees have been placed on a mission.
I have been informed of your journey up until this point, your involvement in situations. You've been kept in the loop.
I came here to request from the High Curator some support.
What kind of support?
I don't know how to say this, so I would just come out and say it. I wish to retire from the Kobold Soul. Let me explain. As
Please
we
do.
as we have been placed on this mission, it has become apparent to me that I am holding back. I am worried too much about the Kobold Soul and how it looks. I do not want to bring ill will or ill words to the Kobold Soul. The Kobold Soul has done nothing but given me everything that I've asked for and requested very little. So I asked to retire from the Kobold Soul in order for me to fully pursue this mission. But if I am granted retirement from the Kobold Soul, I ask that we still gain access to whatever we need if we were to go to the other archives and libraries.
Give me an insight check.
As he do, was I aware this was going to happen?
No, you can also give me an insight check, these.
Okay, because I'm in shock, and I'm like, but access, but mostly my monies.
17.
Go. I got 9.
Um, you've just met this guy. He's pretty hard to read. Um, Manavi, you're definitely more accustomed to his type, his demeanor, um, and you could tell that his immediate reaction to what you're saying is more of a realization than a surprise. It's more of a I kind of get where he's coming from. I just didn't think I'd ever hear somebody ask that, like in that plain language. And he comes out and says, "No, no one is forcing you to be here. You are under no obligation to stay within the Kobold Soul. I admire your thoughtfulness when it comes to concerning us with whatever it is that you're implying that you need to do. But if you retire from the Cobalt Soul, you will lose all your access. There is no in between.
Even after all we've done for y'all?
There is no in between.
What will that mean for D's?
What it means for D's will mean the same for everybody who you bring in, including yourself. You will have to be escorted by a Cobalt Soul member at all times while you're on the grounds. You will not have rooms available to you any place. If you choose to retire, we will notify back at your base in Zadash, and they will clear out your stuff.
I look at D's. Are you okay with this?
I'm gonna need a moment. Then I tap my shoulder and Mouse Who comes up and we have like a mini conversation with each other. I'm just like, I don't know, man. We were in it for the money at first. Yeah, I know. We were on the streets, but now I know. Okay. You know what, Navi? I fucks with you heavy. If you feel like this is the path you need to take, I'll be there with you. We're still gonna make money somehow, but I still got your back.
As soon as she's done saying that, I'll look back at Martina and say, "Can you please reach out to the Zadash archive and have them send my belongings to my parents' residence in Port Damali?"
I will do so at one. That's no problem.
And please send my best regards to the High Curator there as well.
I shall. And hopefully you'll have the opportunity to do that.
I hope as well too. I'll stand up. I'll look at D's. I'll look back at Martine. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And good luck in whatever fate has in store for you.
Thank you. And I'll start heading towards the door.
As soon as you're at the door, he's like, Navi, before you go, he like taps the table, your sashes, all your Cobalt Soul gear.
Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Navi earned that.
And then he decided to resign.
I take it off. I look at it for a moment. I fold it as ceremoniously as I can, and I place it on the table.
And we will do our best to send this to the Zadash archive where it'll be held. Have a good day. And as you leave, there are 2 more of the Cobalt Soul members who are hovering over you as you leave because you are no longer a Cobalt Soul member and you can't go on these grounds unsupervised. This way, please.
You know,
Follow.
Yeah,
I just follow Navi.
and the last image that you see as you're leaving the room is Martine kind of just standing over the table with your sashes on the corner as he's looking at you leave. The door closes from behind, and you are officially relieved of your duties as a Cobalt Soul monk.
I'm just gonna stare up at the ceiling, take a big breath in, and release it. And then as I release it, you just see my shoulders drop, as if the weight of the world just was lifted off my shoulders.
I go up to Navi, put my hand on his shoulder. Would it like some warning on that decision, partner? And I like slowly squeeze his shoulder. But you know what? I still got your back.
This was a decision that I needed to make on my own, and I couldn't have any outside influence on it. I'm sorry. But
Well, for you, D's, you understand that all you've been to the Cobalt Soul is an independent contractor,
Yeah.
essentially. Nothing is stopping you from continuing to work with the Cobalt Soul. It just wouldn't be with Navi.
And that's the thing. I like working with Navi because he gets me. And the Cobalt Soul, I'll keep the door open.
It's a possibility.
I'll keep it open.
You resigned, but you resigned and you didn't like burn bridges. Like you could tell, especially like I'll carry the 17 insight from that. It's you could tell like he's not angry about it. Like there's no resentment or anything. He's like, you made your decision, so he's doing his duty to just follow through.
All right, all right.
And while you guys were in there, what was Dick and Leviticus doing out in the
Oh God.
library?
I am going to go to like the B section and look for anything on Blade Garden.
Blade
Oh,
Garden. We already did Blade Garden, didn't we? Could've sworn I
yeah, we
already
did.
Yeah,
We
I already
did.
gave you information on Blade Garden. Pretty sure you guys rolled really well on that. I don't know if there's anything else I could give
Yeah, I
you.
was gonna say, like, didn't he like not find anything? Gotta
It was
ask a different question.
it was just general information, and like I guess you'll find a lot of the same information here. Like it's the central of like the orc population within the empire. It's also a military stronghold at the same time that falls very close to the border of where the current war is going on.
Alright, so then I am going to look for anything I can find about orc clans in the Kryn dynasty, whatever they're called.
Okay. As you're going to look for books on the Kryn dynasty, I think it would lead you into a section where you're looking at geography and like different places on the continent as a whole, and it becomes very clear that while there is information about a lot of places, the Kryn dynasty remains a dark spot in empire knowledge. As if like where you come from, you likely know more about the Kryn dynasty already than the Cobalt Soul has from this vantage point. So you do find stuff on the Kryn dynasty, but it's all stuff you already know. It's baseline information. It's nothing crazy. If anything, it's misinformed.
Alright, yeah, that's it.
Dick, what are you doing?
So, just to explain, what Dick is wearing, wearing acid wash jeans, the tight, and he has some really old, worn out cowboy boots. Just looks like he stole them from. And he has a "I love Dash" shirt,
Okay,
white.
sure.
It looks like he probably like bought it from like
Gift
a
shop,
corner store. Yeah,
gift
yeah.
shop. Yeah.
And then he has his
Things that look stolen, shirt that was bought. Okay.
then he has his normal mask, but he has his hair, his white flowy hair just kind of like coming out of the mask.
Okay.
Uh he has like a shoulder guard, like a really
Okay.
well, yeah, it's not, it doesn't look expensive. And he has
Uh,
the skull. It's like the skull like place.
okay.
He kind of had to cut off a little bit of the like back head to like fit it in.
Okay.
At that end. But he's gonna look for a janitor. Find the janitor.
There are monks here that are like tending to the place to keep it tidy, especially with the increased amount of traffic in the building. Would mean that increased amount of cleaning would also be necessary to maintain the traffic. So yeah, you could find somebody. Absolutely.
When he talks to gonna find one, then he's just gonna be like, hey, name is Dick Blood, God Caught. You probably heard of me. I was wondering if you guys have any leftover steel shares, like folding shares. Some shares you're not using. If I could
So
give it to
the
me, a
person
donation.
you go up to is like this 16-year-old like elven kid.
Yeah.
and he's just, and he looks at you. He has like I'd say has like red hair. He's like red. He's a ginger.
He doesn't have a soul.
Exactly. And that was unnecessary. He looks back there. He's just like, I believe I believe all the chairs are currently in use, sir.
Excuse me.
Uh, I don't think I stuttered or spoke too low for you to hear me.
Yeah, you look like a nerd, red hair and all.
That
You
is
know who?
that is correct.
No, you probably watch wrestling. You know who I am, right?
Of course I do, sir.
But I like stand like not to scare him, but sort of like to appear more like godly than
It's probably gonna scare the
he
kid.
tries to like wave his hair around.
Okay, sir.
You want an autograph, and then maybe you could give me some shares.
Give me a
We'll
persuasion
have to
check.
be in good condition.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, what's good with my boy Elf Morty? Like, I'm really trying.
Yeah.
I was
Hey, that's,
thinking about like one of the workers from Monsters Inc. with the horn. And
yeah.
Ah!
Sick.
But I'm loving Morty. I'm loving Morty in here.
Him as
Okay.
Morty. I see him as.
So you a 10. Okay. Uh, sir. I would really appreciate an autograph. I could log it down so that people can actually know who you are for future use.
Give you more than an autograph.
What else can you offer?
Reach to my bag and I give him give him like a used call. Oh no, it's a shirt. Yeah. And like
He carries
and
around
then
nothing but shirts with him.
he's gonna have
His bag is full of shirts and maybe like one gold coin.
like a hand me down like a paper, and then it's just then down. It's gonna write down blood to my number one fan, redhead kid. That's
geez, sir. Thank you for this autograph.
yeah.
I'm afraid we still do not have any chairs available, as that hasn't changed in the 30 seconds that we've been speaking.
Oh, man. All right, if you don't have any shares, I can't keep bothering you.
Um, I would really appreciate that, sir.
Yeah, so just remember who gave you that autograph and keep doing what you do.
All right, thanks, Rick.
And he's gonna like his dick. Blood. My God.
Oh,
Love all my fans. What was your name?
Amarin is my name.
Amber?
Amarin, Amarin.
All right, so Andrin. So yeah, I like all my fans. Uh,
Okay, Rick.
whenever I fight, I will love you to be in the crowd and me behind the scenes. You could tell me like, hey, want a special taunt? Or you want me to hit a finisher a certain way, and I'll do that.
Absolutely, sir. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
All right, and then I kind of like pat him on the back,
Okay.
real hard.
Okay. Can
Damn.
I go?
Yes, yes.
Okay. He just leaves. He literally doesn't even do anything. He just walks into another room and closes it. Like,
And yeah.
now you're just left it. Like, you're just left there. Like that awkward silence. Looking like Will Smith at the end of Fresh Prince. Ain't nobody around you.
Yeah.
Hands in pocket.
Yeah.
Well, all right. And as as Amarin leaves, you see Deez and Navi come out. Both of you see this. Leviticus, you see this as well. Deez and Navi come out. The most obvious difference is Navi is not wearing any Cobalt soul, anything that shows that he's aligned with the Cobalt soul.
So he naked.
I think he had like he had, it wasn't just like the robes or anything that he was wearing or the sashes. He had a more complicated getup than that.
Yeah, and you'll also see that I have the studded leather armor as well that I picked up the night prior.
Correct. Yeah. So he looks like a normal person now. He just he's
You,
not like draped in anything, which is
you look
funny.
different. Where's your glasses?
I feel different. I feel lighter in a sense.
Obviously, where's all your stuff gone?
It's no longer needed. It's no longer needed.
Should have said if he got a new haircut.
You got a haircut? Barbershop here?
No, no, Dick. No, I did not.
But oh, something's different. Different. You feel different, huh?
You feel
Let's if you guys are done here, let's leave and I'll explain on the way. We still need to go to the shops, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's do it. And I start walking towards the exit.
Sure. You walk to the exit. Nobody's stopping you. It is a walk, and it's not long. You're outside on your way to the shops, or where you believe the shops would be. And as you do that, we're gonna cut back to Alsus and James as you are left at the entrance of the candles. And as that happened, Francisco says, "And that's how I slayed my seventh dragon." Um,
Well, thank you, Francisco. I think here's our stop, right?
Do you
yeah,
tell these stories to your dragon customers?
exclusively. No,
Why?
no offense, by the way. He said no offense after every dragon story. No offense. I don't know if you're related or not.
I don't know either. That's why I'm here in this land to find out.
But there you go. Maybe in 5 years you'll know.
Maybe.
No offense. He let you out.
As I'm as I'm leaving, getting out of the magical Uber, I, so accidentally slap my tail against his car. Oops.
You were
Maybe there's like a little dent.
you
Maybe, I don't know. Can't tell.
obviously you were offended, even though I said no offense.
I don't know
So
what you're talking about.
I don't think that's fair.
It's okay, Arthur.
I'll get this fixed up. 5 gold pieces, please.
Well, it seems that we have here is an elven standoff.
Is this a standoff?
I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna start walking away.
5 gold pieces. That's the charge.
Oh, my bad. For the ride.
Yes.
Are you
Honest.
sure you need these gold pieces? Wasn't our company enough?
Persuasion check, Jedi mind trick person.
Help action.
Well, actually,
She's right, you know.
make it deception. I'm sorry.
The seven.
Yeah,
She's right, you know. Help action.
that'll qualify.
When you say help,
You get
Advantage.
advantage on it. You get advantage. So
huh?
roll again.
Got a 13.
You're right. 4 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll give him 4 gold pieces. Smart man.
Yeah, I apologize. I was just the card. No, it's actually. If you need me, you know where to find me.
Oh, I'm too aware. Anyway,
And he rides off. Yeah.
Alcis,
Yes.
we have some work to do. Let's go talk to
Awesome.
this
And
Archmage.
sweet. And as you get off uh, at the entrance to the candles, uh, you are dangerously close to the castle again, as you were once before. But you zoomed by this place beforehand, so it wasn't really clear. But this is, as with a lot of the, it has that feel that the closer you get to the middle, the the more there is an overt show of status in everything, from the architecture to the decorations to just the people, the mannerisms, and who you might like bump into. This feels like you're in like nobility road at this point. Like this is as privileged people can get within the walls of the empire. And everything about when you're walking through reflects that. And you're seeing these like candles, which are just like towers, right? That as you walk by, that kind of surround, like drape over and look over the castle in the middle. And it is so deliberately built that way, that exactly spaced to look that way, that you're just like, they they built this capital with all of this in mind at the beginning.
Hmm. Now that you say that, I have a question.
Go for it.
Has Orman Haas give me some sort of symbol to insignate that to signify that we're on the same side?
Um, I'd say he did. Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Was
I'm
it the
gonna
same?
pull it out. Hmm?
Yeah, it is. It is. Let me find it real quick, because it would be a signal of the Cerberus assembly. So it'd be like a signet, basically.
Okay. Could I like pin it?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah, you could definitely like pin it so that it's shown, just so that people probably won't question about why you're in such an exclusive part if you're just like wandering or something. you're on Cerberus assembly duty, and that signet will specifically indicate that you're not directly part of the Cerberus assembly, but you are working on their behalf.
Sweet. So that's gonna waltz in and speak to the Archmage. Even though that's an easy statement to say, I'm just saying it to attempt.
Okay, don't worry about it. We'll get to it. Um, let's see.
Hmm.
So the ring that you have, I put it in the Discord. The ring that you have is bearing that signal, which is the insignia of the Cerberus assembly. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Awesome. So as you're walking around, there's obviously elevated security around here. We're talking righteous brand, which is the military, are around here. But also, like as you get to different sectors of the candle, like there are like 8 very distinct sectors of the candle, and like a middle ground where you kind of don't have to invade the individual estates, like go through them to get from one place to the other. So there is a road there that you can use to get there. There is like a distinct feeling for all of them. As you can tell that everything from whatever they're representing visually to, I guess, the style and the personnel reflects the Archmage themselves, as everything has like a personality of its own. And as you're going, it's very clear what Dulan Traversky would have once you see it. Maybe you didn't think about it beforehand, but we're talking about like taxidermy, like stuffed like rare creatures, like big game hunter kind of things, draped around, and also just like this chaotic sense of like disorganization. But like if it's like at first glance, it's like what the fuck is going on, but you have to like look at it from like an abstract angle. It's like looking at a modern art piece like set up in terms of decor as a whole
What
on a big picture.
is it?
And
Is it like Fisk staring at the white rabbit in the
it
snowstorm?
is like it's deliberate is in its chaos, which from what you've heard is probably the best summation of Dulon as a whole. Brilliant, but just kind of loose, kind of loose cannon out here. As you see, um, this whole estate is separated. There are like several buildings on it, right? And one where you believe would be the place that Dulon would probably work out of would be a museum. A museum is located here. A personal collection, extravagant. Yeah, it's that. It's colonizer. It's kind of that like that kind of shit. Like it's all the disgusting parts of like the museum industry.
Are Do I spot anything of note? Maybe a dragon?
Not yet, not outside. Outside you see
What?
you're seeing outside, like let's say in the greenery leading up to it, you're seeing a lot of like these stuffed figures, like these stuffed animals of like owl bears and like and things you would find in different places. Like this is like a Pokemon game as somebody's front lawn, basically.
Owl bears? What about a bear?
There's a bear,
Just a bear.
just a bear, just a bear. And also just some living creatures as well. And like you could tell her fascination with things that are exotic and things that are different, out of the ordinary. As
Exotic.
maybe as maybe some of these animals maybe have a different look to them, a different hue, a different color, something that distinguishes them from the common variety version of it.
She's collecting shinies.
Kind of. She's more for what you've gathered, because you would know this, that she's just completely interested in creatures, and she's also interested in like stories of creatures that have been told to exist that maybe people haven't seen. And you could tell part of her job is to actually a lot of her job as the Archmage of Disology is to distinguish what is fake and what is real. What are just stories and what are like the true I would say, miraculous creatures in the wild, or she's the person that confirms that, and with that comes this relentless pursuit to like see and discover all that she can.
Jay,
So
what the fuck is this?
this is the home of the Archmage of Disology, the study of all of this shit.
What are you exactly trying to find? Oh,
What happened? I don't know if you were there for it. You might have seen them when we were having a nice little war. I had a sniper. There were ghosts. There was a ladder that you climbed up. We had a wonderful moment. Uh, there was a hooded woman that was a follower of Tiamat. There was the Starosta over there. Whole bunch of shit going on. And somewhere in the middle were some weird ass fucking frogs that can do motherfucking spells, okay? I don't know why those motherfuckers exist. And I heard that she is the person that I need to come to in order to see this. Does that answer your question, Ozzy?
hell yeah, it does. I was thinking about the little ghouls, little ghosty ghouls. For some reason. The-
Those are also things that you fought in that same fight, so it would make sense.
yeah, that was the. Mm. You said ladder, and I thought about them little ghosties. I wish I remembered what the fuck were.
Honestly, I'm surprised you came here. I
I
thought you, of all people, be mad at me.
I just don't want to see Navi right now.
Why is that?
I'd rather not.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah,
Follow along.
and without knowing, especially being that you guys are spellcasters, right? Um, as you're like walking through this, because I would say there's like a clear path, and on the side are all of these like weird kind of fix like animals and stuff. As you pass by certain thresholds, you'll see that those like stuff like dead animals, out of them, as you reach certain thresholds, will start projecting like programmed illusions as you're going. So like
Oh shit.
it's like if you were at a zoo and like you were just watching an exhibit, like a pre-recorded exhibit would play out in illusionary form as you walk by to kind of like give you an idea of like what these animals act like if they were alive. And it's a lot. It's a lot.
So it's like animatronics.
No, it's pure magic. It's
Okay.
pure illusion.
So just like a TV screen that we see in a museum talking
It's like
about.
yeah, it's like a projector that triggered, you would think, when you walked past a certain point. So like as you're like walking through all of this, you see all these different kind of like trigger points happen, and you're watching like these animals, like nothing crazy that's like stealing your attention about what they're doing. It's just the act itself that's way over the top. uh but they're just doing like normal stuff, so it's like it just brings them to life as you walk by, so you have a clear view, and then when you walk far enough away from them, the image stops.
Okay. I I want to be intrigued. I really do, but I'd rather ask the person than to keep looking at this kind of creepy. Okay. Mm,
It's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy.
this this is somebody's work. I should show respect. I'm just gonna hold it in. Uh,
As you enter, you see this very I would say clerical presentation of like a front desk, and you know there's a lot of stuff in behind this. And as with every place, there is some front receptionist worker. They're kind of just there to guard, to be like the all-purpose guy. Like if this is like one person, as there is a fucking Goliath sitting in a chair, just like going through notes. And as soon as you come in, he gets up and he goes, "Hello, welcome."
Hi, what's
Hello.
your name?
Yeah, as he stands up, he's like clearly 8 feet tall. He's just like, I see you travel, come here, and you, sir. As he like looking at James, he's like, what business are you here for? As he sees the pen on you.
Okay.
To ask Master Tversky a few questions about some things that I've seen over my travels. Might be some pertinent information.
Very well. My name is LaRoche, by the way. I will be back in a second.
Okay, thank you.
And like opens the door to the back, goes out. Like you can tell the high ceilings here for your boy. Uh, as he is easily the most stoic person you've ever seen in your life. If Lurch was in D&D, we got him. We got him right here. As he walks out, and he doesn't close the door behind him, so you kind of hear what happens next. As he's like, "Master, there are people here that require your expertise." And you just hear like something hit his face. And he's just like, "Why are you bothering me? What do they need? How can I help them? Can they help me? Um, uh, fine, I'll meet with them. You stay back here and tend to my things." and and like running through the door as you were like looking up at the 8 foot tall person going into the door, coming back out of it is this 3.5 foot gnomish woman with big fucking glasses and her hair tied up in a top knot. She is quite older, and she looks like she runs a museum. She has that kind of drip on her. She looks like an art collector in every sense of the way, just with, I would say, if an art collector had more of a scientific vibe to it, like
Oh
that would
my,
be her, that would be
you,
her aesthetic.
you know what the image pops into my head? I forgot her name, but the little old lady from Fullmetal Alchemist with the hair that defies gravity.
Oh yeah.
She's not that old. She's more like a gnomish version of the Doc Ock from Spider-Verse.
Oh,
Oh,
I
She
thought it was gonna be like Edna from The Incredibles.
it's kind of there.
Combo.
There's a little bit of all of that going in. There's a little bit of all that going in there. But she definitely comes out and she is just like, "How can I help you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hear that my expertise is necessary."
Master Tversky, James Grundlewald. Pleasure to meet you.
"Oh, you are a particular looking half-orc gentleman, aren't you?" And she starts circling around you multiple times. And she's like, "Oh, you are unlike anything I've seen before. Where are you from?"
The Sword Coast.
"Oh, please do explain." "I don't think I've ever heard of the Sword Coast."
Yeah, I wish I had more of an explanation more than I saw a white light 5 years ago. I stumbled into it and I ended up in Huppaduke, and a lot of traveling ensued in those in the in between.
"Oh, interesting. Definitely unique in your features." That's And she like kind of gets lost in looking around at you, like not looking at you as the person you are, but what you can possibly contribute to her knowledge. She doesn't see any humanistic aspects of you. Because she's like, "Oh yes, awesome, amazing."
I
She's like,
do have a question though.
"This hue of yeah, of course, of course. How can I help you?"
You ever seen toads that could do magic?
Well, most beings that I've seen can do magic.
No, I
To be
mean
more
like,
specific.
and I give her the exact description of the toad that happened during the battle.
Oh, Oh, and you're still alive? Oh, you are a mighty fine specimen, to say the least. And she like,
Specimen.
What does that mean, man?
I'll think nothing of it. And
That
she
doesn't
does
ease my concerns.
she does a zip zap, and all of a sudden there is a projected image next to her of a giant toad. Is this what you saw? And you could tell it's not exactly what you saw. It's kind of close, but not the version that you saw of it. It's like, is this what you saw?
So could I surmise that this might be a version behind?
Oh, an alternate has. Ooh, okay. So you dealing with some of the good stuff. And you can see she cycles
Good.
through some stuff. This is basically like a DM cycling through the monster manual. She is just yes, yes, of course, of course. And as she flips, like she's flipping quicker and quicker as you can see she's getting into like the zone that like you could tell somebody like her has to get into to do what she does. And as she starts going by it faster and faster and faster, and eventually she lands on the toad that looks exactly like the ones that you fought, and she's about to swipe past it.
Hold up, that's the one.
Huh, huh. And where did you encounter these things?
And the name of the town, oh, Deslo, I believe the name of the place was.
Oh, Desla?
That is, oh, that doesn't spell good for us, does it? Ooh,
I
well,
don't know
interesting.
if you
Might find
heard.
more. Might find more and more of these things as it's scattered around. And she starts pacing back and forth. Oh, yes, maybe they're everywhere. Maybe I could catch one. Maybe I can train one.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
I
These
I
these
mean,
oh these are yoga lofts. That's what these are. uh,
Yoga or yoga?
yoga lofts. These are yoga lofts. They're devils.
devils, you say?
Yeah. They come from the nine hells.
You say that so casually.
Well, as someone who's been there a couple of times, yeah.
That's wild, but it tracks. Um, devils from the nine hells.
Devil.
Okay,
Yeah. It's not common that devils would walk the prime material plane. Something has changed. Something has caused them to come up. Something has motivated them. What are they doing? Interesting.
okay. Let me walk you through it. My summation as to why they came here is to assist some unknown follower of Tiamat
Yeah, man.
for some unknown purpose to take the memories, mind of Sorosta Emazesbug and then abscond to do, but we stopped them.
Oh, you stopped them. Good job. Well, if you didn't stop them, I don't think I'd be seeing you here today. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Tiamat and devils. That doesn't go together. Um,
Wait, when you say doesn't go together, as in it normally doesn't? By the
well,
way, my name is Alsis.
yes. I figured you would know a little bit about Tiamat out of us. You do have a tail. And it's great to see. Wow. Rarity to see your kind here too. It's just such an amazing day to just see beautiful specimen.
I'm a dragonborn, not a specimen.
Well, in this context, you're one and the same. Now, back to your original question. They don't normally go together. As, the betrayer gods had followers that were pretty specific. Tiamat, dragonborn. As yourself, you are a black dragonborn. You like Tiamat, don't you?
Fuck no.
Well, that makes you unique, a specimen.
Wait,
And
what? I follow Bahamut, but other than that,
oh,
what?
you play for the other team. Bahamut,
What?
justice, righteousness. Black
Yeah.
dragon for justice and righteousness. Breaking the mold, I see.
This feels very.
So you're telling me that black dragons usually are followers of Tiamat?
Are you saying black
Typically,
dragons are bad? Is
not
that what
innately,
I'm hearing?
because you're standing in front of me. So obviously that can't be the case. And I'm not saying it's more tend to lean on than a guaranteed fact.
Just like how orcs in this town tend to have guns and shoot at people indiscriminately.
Yes, it's quite the
I'm
same.
not going to shoot you.
Well, I hope so. I don't want to get shot. Anyway, these betrayer gods have very specific followers. Tiamat has dragons. A lot of them, well, not a lot of them, some of them, black dragons, like yourself. Not saying, just saying. They don't really have devils. Devils aren't Tiamat's things. That would be the domain of Asmodeus, the king of the nine hells.
And they never once teamed up at all or
Our history,
anything. Like have a cup of like mead or whatever. Not even for like a friendly chat.
well, in the history of the world here, the betrayer gods were on the same side, quote unquote, but they all had their specific motivations. Everybody had things they wanted to do. Everybody had things they kind of worked for themselves, especially with somebody like Tiamat, which I know you know very well. Very greedy, not the team player type. So, why would devils leave the comfort of the nine to come team up with some dragons? Interesting, fascinating, stupendous. Revelation, you can say. Difference.
Would devils be normally greedy as followers of Tiamat?
Actually, you guys can both give me religion checks at this point.
I'm gonna give the check. I'm thinking to myself though, if they're not on the same side, then what were they doing together? 16.
Awesome.
I got a 10.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with the 10, right? So the 10, on the 10, you know Asmodeus, king of master of devils and tyranny. It's kind of his vibe. Yeah, lives in the nine hells. Uh rocking with it, and you don't really know anything other than like the depiction of it, that he like horned. We're talking horned devils, a lot of like tieflings which have devil blood inside of them, are fabled to be kind of descendants of Asmodeus, um to a certain extent, even though they don't lean towards that evil side exactly. They just have that, which kind of like explains their appearance and the way they move. On the 16, James, you know, because even back where you come from, Asmodeus is very real. Not the first time you've heard of this motherfucker at all. Um, you know, everything that Alsus knows, but you also know what the commandments, the tenets, as it's been a theme of just revealing these about all of them. So the three commandments of Asmodeus come to your mind when the name drops. First one: assert dominance and power over others. Show your strength of will in the image of Asmodeus. Second, repay cruelty done onto you with further evil. If others show you kindness, exploit it. And the third one is, as you ascend to power, do not pity or show mercy to those you climb over to get there. Compassion is for the weak.
That sounds like a certain group of people that I haven't. Never mind. Um,
And she continues to say in that train of thought, well, maybe they're on the same side, but devils are notoriously famous for making deals. Very specific, highly deals. So if they're working with the dragons, there must be something mighty big involved for them.
vestiges.
Would you? Yes.
Oh, if we have a crow,
Make
there's
a
more than
Oh.
that. That is
with Ella to bring me back.
going to be quite interesting. Also very dangerous, but quite interesting. The possibilities.
Well,
What kind of deals have the devils of the Nine Hells brokered with your Tiamat group? That is the question.
I didn't even think about
Right.
that.
Why did
Fuck.
they want the Staros to stop?
Mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you. Starosta.
how
If I
much?
remember, if I
How,
remember correctly, Starosta had information about a vestige. Maybe they thought she had more.
how would you
May
say well versed you are in vestiges?
vestiges.
Like,
Are
are you of the mind that they're fables, or that they were very real
they were
tools?
they were very real and powerful tools given to champions by the gods. Necessary. The concentrated amount of divine power within them. All in a time before the gods locked themselves away behind a divine.
They lock themselves away.
As the story goes, the prime deities fought to rid the world of the betrayer gods, their kin, their brothers and sisters, who had betrayed, and then chose to lock themselves away as to not intrude on mortal affairs.
Hmm.
There's a lot of food for thought.
It is. It's a lot to think about. This can be very bad.
Oh, it is very bad, actually.
Well,
As I don't know if you are aware, there was an incident in Huppaduke,
very, very well aware.
and the result of that is a missing vestige, a war pick, just
Yeah,
and absconding into the ether. Who knows where that is?
it must have been a big win for the Tiamat party. My question is, where is the win for the Devil party?
Tyranny?
Would you know of any point when was the last time maybe Asmodeus or any of the citizens of the Nine Hells felt like they were disrespected and possibly need revenge? I'm just thinking about the tenants.
So
Wait, never talking about
your
the tenants, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. Your that is interesting. You're asking if there was like any reason in the past for them to just pop up.
Yeah, to exact revenge or cruelty in this case.
Your as soon as that question pops up in your mind and you start asking it, both you and James recognize that there is one known time that you are aware of. About 200 years ago, during the formation of the empire, devils roamed the lands of the Marrow Valleys, which led to the creation of the Claret Orders, as they were the tools given power by the Raven Queen to fight them off and send them back to the Nine Hells. And as that comes to mind, she kind of repeats that same sentiment. Like, that's the only time in history when that's happened. They tend to mind their business.
Isn't it funny? Or isn't it a coincidence? Because I was there during the events at Huppaduke. I was actually at the center of the explosion of the blushing tankard. Not too long after that, I see a member of the Claret Order on business to go off to Huppadook. I find it funny that the people that were fighting devils of the nine hells are the first people to been my suspects. Come to find out, we're now fighting against people that deal with Tiamat. Maybe that deal that we're looking for maybe happens somewhere in between.
Perhaps. I think that is a reasonable conclusion. The fact of the matter is, as the image of the Yogoloth is still there, there is no reason for them to be here unless they were commanded to. These aren't the winter types. And to your question, to your mention earlier about toads doing magic or spell, what they do isn't a spell. At least not in the sense that, not in the same sense of you and I, as we learn and channel and cast. A lot of creatures are innately magic. They're not casting anything. It's just part of who they are, what they are. The classic nature versus nurture. Isn't this exciting? Oh,
Yeah.
From
adding
a
new thoughts.
completely intellectual or academic standpoint, absolutely.
Yes.
Personally, hell no. This shit is wild.
Oh. You thought you were dealing with one bad god? You might be dealing with two. How the
Ugh.
times change.
Uh, Okay, well,
I have another question. If you
Ask
don't mind
away.
me interrupting, James, I'm sorry.
You have given me quite a lot of information. I'll answer questions.
Have you ever come across a being that, and then I go on to describe Vega without the mask of a grotesque looking fusion of a specimen, I guess.
Her eyes open wide.
And I tell her about the second being that we saw at that same battle with the toad. Because we saw one there too, right?
And,
Yeah.
ah, on your first encounter and your first thought, it sounded like one. Some sorcerers are born of draconic lineage or have dragon blood running through their veins, much in the same vein as celestials or infernal blood running through our Asdamar and our tiefling people. And sometimes that can manifest physical mutations, which means a human can have some part of their body scaled, like a dragonborn or a dragon. But
Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm pretty sure that I come across information that Dragonborns couldn't really procreate with particular species as like with a human.
no,
Cannot believe this is coming into play.
not dragonborns, dragons.
Wait,
Not the same thing.
what?
History is a treasure trove of information. Some of it odd. And it doesn't have to get in there the way you think it is. Magic is involved.
I was about to say all of that research
you,
I did, I forgot to ask
you
that.
Yeah.
magically fuck a dragon.
So that can
Like they
happen.
can
Sidetrack.
But
like
but the
they can
case
take
of your
Sidetrack.
second person makes me believe that that probably isn't the case here. Because if you told her the entire story of what happened there, she's gonna say, if that's the case, if they are partly dragonborn due to a draconic ancestry, then why did the person revert back to full dragonborn in death? This implies not not heritage, but perhaps a curse.
Curses everywhere.
Something magically altered that person's appearance. If they revolted, if they went back. So, in death, there is no magic that will linger, unless you are in a different story. But
Would it be possible that this mass being could also have been cursed instead of being of dragon lineage?
potentially,
So there's two possibilities. Okay.
frame of thought.
For the first time in a long time, I'm at a loss for words. This is a lot to think about.
I feel I have like so many questions, but I do not know how to put it into words because they just different directions.
It
The who,
is.
the what, the where, the why.
Welcome.
Were there other instances? Are you familiar with this type of curse? Have you seen it happen with other? Oh my god.
Well, what you're feeling right now is me every day. Welcome to my job.
That's why you mutter to yourself when you look at us, right?
I mutter to myself.
Okay.
She starts muttering to herself as she walks back and forth. Amazing, amazing.
Um, would you happen to know if any of your other Cerberus Assembly members are not here?
So you're asking if like who's here
Yeah,
at the moment?
first, but specifically who's not here, because I'm gonna lean into another question on top of that.
Vess isn't here. I believe I gave you the list of the people who weren't here before.
Yeah,
It'll be the same thing. Not a lot of time has passed by, so she'll give you the same answer I gave you before.
so I know Jenna isn't here.
Jenna is here for sure.
Vestaragna isn't here.
Vestaragna is not here. She is up north.
She's up north in the mountains.
Yeah, and she'll say, yes, as a historical context is important for all of the mages here. These artifacts that she might uncover could change the entire context of our history and how things came to be, which would mean that the creatures would also be altered. Whatever.
I'm
Is
still stuck
she?
on the whole lineage of dragons thing because I know that dragonborns are descendant of dragons, but then, ha, how would it, how would that even work with?
When you go far enough down a line, at what point does that line become something completely different? Is the question. And the answer is at a certain point, you stop being a dragon and then you are qualified as a dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what lady? Wow, dragon and a humanoid thing. It's just a wild. I'm gonna break away from that. I swear. It's just it keeps pulling me back in.
You know how I have an
Is
error message going on in the cab? Now it's just like the blue screen of death.
Yeah. It's getting worse.
is Lady Vestaragna into the thought of vestiges?
Yes.
Was that the purpose that she went up to the mountain?
No. Not specifically for that purpose, but I assume she'd be extremely happy if she found
Okay.
her continued research into the fallen cities of past civilizations of the times of the calamity when the vestiges were birthed is good work. But these artifacts are hard to find, to say the least. It's a needle in a haystack, and the haystack is the entire world.
And yet, one was found.
Hold on.
Who would be privy to that information?
If we knew who would be privy to that information, do you think we wouldn't get in contact with that person?
You're not wrong. But I'm just wondering what kind of person or being would have that kind of information. Since vestiges are usually given to champions.
They would have to be very old.
Better question. Which one of your group would be the best person to speak about vestiges? I assume it would be Vestaragna.
Vests will most likely have the best information about it. I think after that, all of us would probably be equal in that scenario, as we all have a vested interest in it. But it is none of our fields direct.
Oh, all of you have an interest?
Of course. Why would I not? It's a vested. You have an interest, clearly.
My interest is a bit different. I
Is it?
don't.
Do you not intend to use the vestige if you find it? I would.
I personally.
Use it immediately.
I've heard beings go mad if they wield a vestige. I don't know if anyone should be wielding it.
Well,
I think
if
she'd
you
be
find
fine.
a vestige that is associated with a betrayer god, I assume that's a possibility. But I'm not sure you would go mad if, let's say, you found the vestige of Bahamut.
Wait, you're saying. Wait, repeat that again?
A vestige of Bahamut.
A vestige of a betrayer god, one of the evil, your Tiamat, Asmodeus type. Probably have some level of madness to them. Just saying.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
But it would be a pretty sick joke if the prime deities had that same thing going on. It would make them no different than the betrayer gods, and that would recontextualize history itself.
And that's just a theory you have.
Oh, it's all theory.
Oh, okay.
In theory.
An interesting thing to look down. If you do find proof that the prime deities were, in fact, the bad guys, please bring it back.
Sure.
Thank you. You seem stunned and dumbfounded by knowledge. It's a beautiful sight.
And it's honestly not every day that I could say that.
Well, today's your lucky day.
Because everyone's lucky day.
Exactly. Fine specimen standing in the middle of my abode as we speak about knowledge. Markings of this world, through the creatures that inhabit it.
I need more answers.
Well, I need more questions.
No, there's something about what you said. Well, quote, we all have interest in the vestiges.
Yes,
And that would mean that you would have personal interest in the vestiges.
absolutely.
And then so far as the people that I've met recently, you and Headmaster Margolin check out.
Mark. Yes.
Seems research would probably be on your mind. Oh, on his mind. And yours is field research, like actually using the damn thing.
Well, why not? It's one of the fabled artifacts in our world. Why would you not use it? You'd be a part of an elite few, part of history itself.
So you basically just for glory.
Not for glory. I don't care if anybody sees me use it.
It's a legacy.
It's legacy.
You check out. If we find anything interesting out in the wild, I will come back to you and tell it to you, just like you did with the yoga loft.
I would appreciate that. And if you have any extended amount of time, maybe I can come and do a full examination of you, as you are not from here.
How long would that take?
A long time.
What's a long time?
A long. She takes out a syringe. A pretty long time.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, we
good.
got to go.
I'm just.
Maybe some other
I'm just
day.
for
I
research.
I will come back though.
Time. We're tight on time. Gotta.
Aren't we all? Well, it
Yeah.
seems like you more so than all of us, because two betrayer gods.
So, let's daddle ski, shall we? Oh, before I leave, would you happen to know where any wonderful bounties will be found?
Yeah.
Bounty. Are you looking for jobs, Mr. James?
As the world's greatest bounty hunter, I'm going to put the bounty on saving the world on the back burner at the moment as I'm information gathering, but I like to stay busy. So I want to continue getting reps, fulfilling bounties, continue being the best in the world.
Give me 1 second. Might have something. Might have a job for you.
Oh man.
And as she goes back to her place, we're gonna take our break. Uh,
I need a pee.
we're gonna take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll see what job she has for James, and we'll check in with Bodega Crew afterwards as well. So take it
Bodega
easy, guys.
boys.
We'll be back 10, 15 minutes ish. Take it easy.
We're good. Awesome. Cool.
understanding why we can't see eye to eye on the fact that Jesus wasn't white. It's really
I'm
getting to
100%
me
there. He's
how
clearly
uninvolved in this conversation, and I just want hello everybody, welcome back. Yeah, let's
get up,
jump,
proper hair wool.
let's jump back into this real quick. Um, yeah, a pretty insightful conversation between James and the Archmage, and getting some direct fucking information about what we're doing here. Uh, as we drop ourselves back into this game, you see Dulon come back out with several pieces of parchment in her hand, and she says, "Oh yeah, well, considering all you've told me, there are a few things I could ask you to get, a few bounties for you to cash in, because I imagine you're going to be meeting a lot of dangerous things in your travels." And she slaps one down on the table, and she's just like, "Here you go. If you find anything draconic that seems kind of odd, bring it back to me. 500 gold pieces." Well, I have to find it odd though. That's the qualification.
What is odd or what is not odd?
Well, I'm not there, so I wouldn't know. You'd have to find out for yourself. But you could just present it to me. I'm sure in your fighting and conquering of 2 different betrayal gods, you'll have no problem finding this.
Conquering?
Huh?
You say conquering?
Well, that's one way to put it.
Wait, huh? I didn't
Huh?
even hear that word. What?
I assume you want dominant victory over your foes.
Just regular victory might suffice.
Regular victory. Yeah, we could agree regular victory is good. Yeah?
I don't want to die, but I also don't want to impose my will.
Please do not die. Because if you die, I don't get any more specimens. At least not from you.
Wow.
I
Wow.
just wipe off imaginary slime off my arm because I feel very like, oh,
Hey, you came here for information I gave you. The least you can do is support my research.
James, are you gonna?
500 gold pieces for weird draconic stuff. 500 gold pieces for weird infernal stuff, as I assume you'll be encountering, except more devils. Bring it back.
Wait.
Okay, just
500 gold pieces for draconic stuff, and an additional 500 gold pieces
an
for.
additional 500 gold. I imagine the bar will be set high, but it will be given to you immediately upon delivery. And the last one is a bit more specific and a bit more local. Uh, this last one, my people are always out in the forest to the north of Exencham, trying to, see what we could find out. Always in-field research. They've been having a lot of trouble lately as they go deep into the Pearl Bow Wilderness up in the north that hugs the mountains, and they have brought back the news of running into a specific aberration that they've never seen before. Faceless, wiry looking thing, resembles almost like a bat in a certain sense. Kind of a cross between a horror and a devil. Not Most likely
You
not the
mean
variety that you're looking for, but it
would you mean
flies around.
like
Uh-huh.
would you mean like the type of and then I described the thing that me and Alstus were fighting?
Oh no, 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 no. Not at all. That was an incorporeal form. This is very physical.
Like
Um,
you said, bat and what form? Because
it's
I
like
still
a bat and a devil, all
devil.
black, really scary. Killed a lot of people. I sent. Rest in peace. Thoughts and prayers. T's and P's to the folks out there.
Hey James, do you want to go half on this?
This one, if you can bring me back a significant portion of its body, I'll let you be able to decide what qualifies as that. 1,000 gold pieces. I
So
want to know
And
that.
if I
I want to
and
know
if I
that
bring the whole thing,
1,500 gold pieces.
potentially this could connect to 20,000 gold pieces.
What?
Like we bring back
2,500.
Overall, I'm giving you potentially 2,500 gold pieces worth of work.
I don't know how I math that so bad, but yeah.
Would on the high end, and that's if you do everything. The first two, I imagine you'll come across passively. I don't expect to hear back from you so quickly on that one. But this one is immediate. I want to know what unidentifiable being it isn't in my archive that has been killing my men. As they
And
are
you
just
said it's nearby.
In the
relatively
Purbo?
relatively nearby. I don't feel like going myself.
Okay. I take up my cartography kit. It's like the map of Rexingtrim.
Yeah. Okay. She
Where on
points
this
you.
map?
She points you to it. If you like go to the Discord, you'll see our maps, and you'll see above Rexentrum is Odeslo, and like past that there is like a water line that extends into like a wilderness that goes into the Dunrock Mountains.
Purbo.
Yeah, the Probo goes into Dunrock Mountains. The Vergessen Sanatorium, it would be around that area that she points on the map.
The mountains.
Close to.
I don't know why I'm getting fuck, what's the name? Wow, I forgot the name of the video game series. Yeah, whatever.
Well, anyway, please don't die.
Well, I assume
James, you wanna split this bounty?
split. Oh, I forgot you were here. Um,
Yes.
ha ha ha. I mean, sure, if that's what you want to do.
Yes or no?
Well, it all sounds lovely. Is all I'm saying. You guys can figure this out at a different
Thanks.
time. I don't care.
Yes,
It's not.
I agree. At a later time, not now. We should.
Yes, be mindful. Please be mindful of all I have said today, as I think any forgetfulness might prove to be
Or no?
tragic for you and your.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's wonderful meeting you. I see you'll be on my way now.
Yes. Bye.
Don't get her paper cut. Take care.
You take care too, but be mindful of the cursed dragon.
Yeah.
Honestly, later, every time you open your mouth, I feel like you say something that's gotta have me thinking, what is that? And now I'm back on that same question.
We spoke about
What
it. The cursed dragonborns.
is
Your potential enemies. A dragonborn would never change their appearance willingly like that. They're among the most prideful of people among us. Wouldn't you agree, Dragonborn?
Guess so.
Are you prideful of your lineage?
I don't know anything. I was raised in an icy land.
Well, you clearly come from nobility. Maybe had some slaves too.
Right.
And I know you could do magic as well. Congrats.
Thanks. Is she looking at me funny?
She's staring at you just like I know a lot about it. It's very no insight check even needed. She's like, I know a lot about you just by looking at you.
Hmm. You're staring really hard.
Specimen.
We should go. Can we
Yeah.
go?
You
Take
can
care.
no, you take care too. LaRoche, Why did you let them in? she goes to the back. As you close the door and you leave. And as you leave, we're going to transfer back to the Bodega Boys. Bodega Boys. What are we looking for? Where are we going? What's the
Andy.
vibe? What are you guys trying to look for when it comes to supply? What are we?
So I
I
know. Oh, go first to Vegas.
I am going to look for health potions.
Oh, potion copy. Okay.
So I got 3 things on my list. 1, potions, because someone owes me. 2, thieves' tools. And 3, I want some brass knuckles that can be attuned by James, because I'm going to get these goddamn thoughts and prayers somehow.
So potions. You say you want tools, thieves' tools, right? Kind of what you're looking for. Awesome. Um, and Leviticus looking for potions as well. What is Navi looking to get anything, or is he just accompanying?
I'm going to look at the magic items that are there.
Okay. Sure. No issue at all.
And I'm gonna ask if I'm gonna see if there's like a clearance aisle or something like that as well.
Magic nigga. All right. Good luck. Good luck on that. Is
I,
Dick looking for anything here? Or what do we do? What do we do? Are you just
Uh,
tagging along with the Bodega Boys to tag along?
I'm gonna look for what's it called? Of potions, and I want to look for I want to see if they have any like show or normal folding steel folding.
Holding chairs. It seems like you guys kind of want to go to like D&D Target.
Yes. Tarjay.
Yeah,
RJ, yeah.
but instead of Target, it's going to be called To Hit. Like, as you pull up to a giant department store, on the top it reads To Hit, and there's just like a plus sign under it.
Uh, froze. I lagged, right? I froze right there.
Yeah, you dipped on us. I thought you gave up completely.
No, no, no.
I'm out.
Yeah, he was like
Al-
goodbye. Yeah,
Also,
so you are in a large one-stop shop for what you might want to look for. There are obviously specialty shops, but it will take a longer time to find specific magic shops for what you're looking for, and yeah, that kind of stuff. So as you get into To Hit, you it looks like Target. It is just pretty much just Target. I don't know. So rows things are on display. Everywhere you go is a different section. They got signs off the top, but to tell you what you need to go for. It's like clothing, and it's like appliances, and all these things that you might want. Home. It just says home. That really ominous home. You don't know what's going on. And where the electronic devices would be, you just see magic.
Okay. Do potions count as magic?
They do not. At least not in my world.
All right, peeps. So are we all gonna go together, or we're gonna agree to meet at checkout? What's happening? Because you always gotta have a plan if you're going to hit.
The hit, yeah. You go to you get to the door to hit, and you see a person wearing their To Hit uniform, good old like red collar shirt, black slacks, and it's like this half orc dude that's like way too old to be working this kind of job, right?
Oh gosh.
He's like, "Welcome to Hit. If you need any help, I'll help you out right now. And please enjoy our clearance aisle items."
Navi?
can you please point me to where your let's say least priced magic items are?
he like folds his hands together in front of him and gives you that look like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Bro.
Due to the uptick in demand of magic items due to the war, our lowest magic items are about 10% higher than retail value at the moment.
I need a fudge.
Well, that's fine. Where would I find these items?
You could go right to, you could go walk straight to the back and take a right.
I walk straight to the back and take a right.
Yeah, you enter this magical place, right? let's get to work. They are all the magic items you see here are pretty much, I want to say, common. Nothing impressive. As you can tell that everything that would have been extravagant has been funneled directly into the war effort. So you see a lot of stuff that you've seen before, a lot of nothing too crazy, and it's 100% overpriced. Like some of them are bad. Like you see your wand of entangle there, like you see another wand of entangle, but it's like 120 gold pieces. Like,
Inflation done hit D&D.
yeah, exactly.
So then, what do they have that I see?
Okay, let me take a look on what's going on into hit. Open up my
No more
handy
beer.
dandy stuff.
Wait, so this is a place already?
Huh? What do you mean?
I thought you just made it up on the fly just now.
I did.
Oh.
You see, they're all like displayed in like these cases, and
These are
you'll see that there is a
mic check, mic check.
hello. Yeah, I hear you. That's a little too crazy. A little too crazy. Gotta find something that is
Hmm?
okay. So like the first thing that catches your eye, right, is going to be like the sewing needle that you see. Looks very I guess it doesn't look like it's anything special, but when you read the description of it on the case of what it is, you see that it is called a needle of mending, and it is actually considered a dagger. It is a weapon. Um, and when you hold it, you can use a bonus action to speak its command word, and it will change into a dagger. And while you're attuned to it, you also get the mending cantrip.
I'll pass on that one.
Sure. Fine. Is that not good enough for you? Uh, you will see what would be a magical potion, which is called a potion of maximum power. Which basically says like the first time you cast a damage dealing spell of 4th level or lower, within a minute of drinking the potion, instead of rolling dice to determine the damage, you can um instead roll max damage. So like your maximum power is like it will give you the max damage on whatever spell you roll automatically with the first one that you roll in the next minute.
Interesting. I'll pick that one up. What else? Is there anything else that I see?
It's behind a glass case, so you can't pick it out, but you can scout it.
Oh, then I'll keep it in mind.
Awesome. Let's see what we got here. What else kind of cool stuff do we got here? I would say it goes without saying that even if I don't even want to say that. That's looking through it. You do see there is like a very like big axe there as well, just commonly referred to as the blood axe. As the name that they gave it. It's a +2 bonus weapon, so it's pretty fucking strong. It deals an extra D6 necrotic damage on hit. Um, and if you kill a creature with it, you get 10 temporary hit points.
I'm gonna yell out to Leviticus and just be like, "Hey, Leviticus, I see something that you might be interested in."
Oh, all right. I'm gonna walk down and take a left.
You take a left right into the clearance aisle, where it's nothing but like off-color clothing and just like really shitty refurbished adventurer's guide stuff. Like the stuff you already have on the in the Discord for your resources, anything on that list. You have like a shittier, less effective version of that.
Hey, Navi, this stuff is pretty good.
Well, it's even better over here. Come over here. This is what I wanted to show you.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna start walking over.
Yeah, you see the blood axe. It's pretty fucking sick. Uh,
Does
like
it look
you know,
good?
it does. The thing about it that catches you is that no blood. It's kind of disappointing. But there is sort of like a colder aura coming out of it, like if it's as if it's like emanating like the void or something like that. Like the best way to put it, which you would say is like, oh, that's where the necrotic damage comes from. You got it. Makes sense to me. But it looks really well made. It looks kind of sick. I would say like the axe itself, like uh the slashy part of it is of a different color. It's more of a like a greenish yellow kind of, but like metallic version of that. So it there's a sheen to it. It looks different. But yeah, it looks like you could kill some people with it.
I'm going to fall in love instantly. Just grab
Yeah.
it. Barely even remember to bring it to like the desk.
It is
But
behind the glass case. It is behind the glass case. I keep saying this. It is behind the glass case.
I didn't hear that once. My fault. But yeah, I'm I'm gonna look to the
As
clerk.
soon as you fall in love with it, you see the price tag say 800 gold pieces.
Well, somebody loan me 200 gold pieces. I'll pay you back.
As soon as he says that, I'm just going to start walking to the next item.
I love the silence that
See,
fell.
James is the one who's balling with that bag of holding.
Yeah, but I said everything is more expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
Oh, we
listen,
got charged that hit.
it's gonna be expensive in here.
It's gonna be expensive.
I'm gonna just look at Dick wherever he is and just go, Dick, Dick. I'm gonna start waving him over. Come here, come here, come here, come here.
Oh no.
Come.
I'll say other than that, you see a big ass jug with like multiple points to open it from. Top of it, you get that this is an alchemy jug. Uh, Basically, if you as an action, you could kind of like name one of a few selective liquids, and depending on which cork you open, it will pour a set amount of that liquid out.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, and it can only produce up to the maximum that is provided, and it can't produce any more than that until the next day.
Dick, Dick, can I, as your friend's trusted twin brother, may you loan me 129 pieces of gold?
Um,
I promise I will pay you back, or Leviticus will. One of us will.
that doesn't work with me, no.
no, no health.
Sorry about that. The name though.
Yeah, the blood axe.
Me.
Think about it. Look at this thing. You know what we could do with this?
You're not even.
Name is Dick Blood.
Is there any jewelry around?
Jewelry. Awesome. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, you see an assortment of like different rings. There is the ring of mind shielding like, that you see, which is basically while you're wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
They can also um how do I put this? They can't read your thought or like explicitly determine whether you're lying. Like it's going to be very hard for them to do that. You seem more truthful. Um, they don't know your alignment, but we're not playing with alignment, so it doesn't matter. And they don't know your creature type. So your mind shielding, you get to like hide just a lot of information a lot more effectively. I think the lying part would just be it's just a higher DC to see if you're lying or anything like that. It would be because you've just come across as more straightforward. You can also use the action, use an action to become invisible um, until you use another action to make it visible. Like you can use action. No, the ring becomes invisible. That's funny. So you use it and the ring becomes invisible, so people won't know that you're wearing the ring, so they can't tell that you're even drawing from this magic.
What's for that? I want it.
On the other hand, though, there's a little like the fine print text at the end
Oh, I
that
see.
says because it says you can use your action to cause this ring to become invisible or until you use the action to make it visible, until you remove the ring, or until you die. And then at the end of it, in the last paragraph, it says, if you die while wearing this ring,
Oh God.
your soul enters it unless there's already a soul in the ring. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. Your choice. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it.
Oh, I want that because I
It,
will eventually die. I could give it to Mouse. He could wear it to like a belt.
And then it says at the bottom, very bottom, warning. The wearer cannot prevent the telepathic communication with the ring as long as they are attuned. So if there's a soul in there, that person has access to you at all times.
How much it costs?
wait. So is the ring only invisible when you as soon as you wear it, or is it as soon as it's like
It's
being
invisible when you tell it to be invisible, as long as you're attuned to it.
okay?
But I think the wordage here is that you would have to have the ring on for that to be the case.
So in theory, I could have this ring,
Yeah, sure.
die, go inside of it.
And then
Mouse wears the ring,
that is true.
and
Yes. Or maybe Mouse Skill dies. And
I don't
then
know.
and
I'd rather
then
That's
die.
like a bell.
yeah, then like Mouse will be able to telepathically communicate with you for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's so tempting. How much is that?
Oh my god, we have both Dick and D's that wants the ring. How
350
I will
gold
never die.
pieces.
That how much?
350. Pay up.
Was for wrestlers.
To have Mouse stay with me forever, but 300 gold,
350.
350.
Yeah, 350.
Ugh.
You have any
that sounds possessive.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
There are more straightforward rings. There's a ring of protection, which raises your AC and your saving throws by 1.
How much is that?
500.
Mm, I'd rather have demon ring. No. Nope. I have my list.
That's a
I'm
very good
getting my
item.
brass
A very,
knuckles,
very good item.
especially for me, because I do be dying.
Magic creatures are my weak.
Nah, I'm gonna wait. I know I want potion, brass knuckles. This is what happens
Yeah,
when you go to the hit.
sir, I have a question on. Have any finest clean shares?
What did you just say?
Folding.
Uh,
Folding
yeah.
chairs.
Yes, we have folding chairs.
Oh, okay.
Um,
What
yeah.
did you think you heard?
The combination of for him he cuts out sometimes and me sleeping and like this machine going on. I don't know why. I thought he said penises. I was like, what?
Very, very well. Yeah. So they definitely have folding chairs. Any type of folding chair you're looking for?
Steel.
A steel folding chair. Okay. Copy. We have those.
Down and someone had
So you want a folding chair or a weapon, sir?
chair. Would be both. You have a magical share. I mean, with that.
A magical chair. This you're what you want keeps changing. It's like this ever. We do not currently have any magical chairs.
Nirma will do.
We have normal.
That's
They're over there, sir. You're just talking. Awkward workers just talk to Dick Blood the episode. Basically, yeah, I mean, it's over there. Leave me alone. You have a mask on and you're like really big. So there's like what the get your chair, dude. Like, I don't know.
yeah.
I'd say that's all of the magic items they have. They don't have a big thing in. Yep. They have multiple copies of some of them, like the ring. They have like like three of the ring of protections and stuff like that. But they don't have like a lot of variety. As you could tell, that the magic portion of the store is kind of gutted, and um other sections have kind of bled into the magic to compensate and not look like negative space.
Do you have any wrestling gear?
Sure. We have wrestling gear. What kind of wrestling gear are you looking for?
Like white pants, white it's a kick pad.
Kick pad. Yeah, we
That
have those. We have those.
that the blood of my enemies.
All right, now it just got weird, sir. It went from something that was genuinely interesting to I'm kind of scared and I'm going to go get my manager right now.
Worry, I'm in the good side.
Yeah.
The
He
heel.
he turns around, he like puts a little name tag, comes back. I'm the manager, and he's just the same guy. What are you asking for?
Just a white gimmick.
White
Lights.
gimmick, white gimmick, indie wrestler, jobber. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yes. I won't be a jobber.
In time. Anyway, yeah, you'll have your gear. You can have your gear if you want your gear. That's cool. Also these brass knuckles, also here.
How
No big
much? I
deal.
want it.
Brass knuckles kind of straightforward deal. I mean, probably get them for like I'd say maybe. Well, let me use a reference.
Where's my
So,
monies? There's my monies.
I mean, it won't be like expensive at all. Is basically what I'm.
Okay. Okay.
So I'd say maybe like a gold piece for each of them.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably good. Yeah, you could get those easy. Your health potions are there. If you're looking for like the extra super duper stuff, it's obviously going to cost a lot more money. But At the base, this is 50 gold pieces for a standard potion of healing.
What about potion of healing greater?
200 gold pieces.
Wow.
That is also the standard price. Just gonna put that up.
I know.
All right, so I am going to nab one of the rings of protection. I'm not stealing it. All right, let me say that I'm not going to steal it. I'm
I
just
feel
gonna.
like you have to specify that to me every time, without fail. Because if you say nab, you're going back to prison.
Yeah, I realized when I said nab, I was like, oh no, wait, hang on. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna take one of the rings of protection. That's 500. I'm gonna
You
buy.
intend to purchase.
All right, so yeah, one ring of protection and one gold piece, so that's 550, right?
That's what.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
You guys can start subtracting. A
You
store.
said the greater one was 200 gold pieces.
It is 200 gold pieces.
All right, I'm gonna need that, so I might as well just take the L on that.
Yeah. So for reference, the standard potion gives you 10 hit points. The greater potion will give you 20.
I need that. I be dying.
For you guys right now, that's like a quarter of your health or a little bit more. So it's actually a pretty good investment. It's a lot more burst healing than I think a lot of your like spells would do at this point. It's pretty much worth it.
Okay.
I mean, I
The
could
added
potentially hit those,
You
but
could absolutely, but you got
it's super RNG.
yeah, it's RNG compared to flat healing. Like you take it and
Yeah,
it's guaranteed, which is what you're
like
paying for. You're paying for the consistency.
200 gold to do
It's a lot.
max hit of my cure wounds -1.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Tough,
be in that shit.
Max cure wounds and doesn't cost you a spell slot.
tough. See, tough, tough.
Hey, if you're going through a day with multiple encounters, that might be the difference.
How do I find brass knuckles? Are they not called brass knuckles, or should I just wait for that?
So you should just I think if you want, you can add mm, I would say you can add like you have a staff, right?
Yeah.
I could say you could add like 2 more quarter staffs to your inventory and rename them brass knuckles because they're basically the same.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just customize them and just name them brass. So we'll just reflavor that and not get too crazy with the specific.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you guys can all get what you wish. Navi, I don't think you confirmed that you're getting anything.
Yeah, I don't really see anything that I
That is,
can afford or use.
yeah, times are tough here to hit. Um, you want your wrestling gear, Dick, for whatever it is you want. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like this is gonna be considered fine clothing because it's specific to you and it's like form fitting and like not like a generalized thing. It's gonna be 15 gold.
Seen okay. And the shares?
The chairs, like 2 silver a piece. I don't know how many you want. But
Two.
I will say the chairs themselves won't be. If you're trying to find like a chair that is a weapon, you might have to go to somewhere else for that. Because these chairs are meant to be sit on,
Yeah.
and if you hit somebody with one of these chairs, it'll hurt one time, and then the chair will break.
So they're like improvised.
They're just chairs. They function like chairs. If you want something that's more weaponized to be weighted correctly, so that it could endure the repeated strikes of what you're asking for, a smith might be necessary.
Oh.
Yeah, just to get like a custom chair that actually does what you want, like the Balls Mahoney chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everything else you want, yeah, you could get that. Uh, you can add. Did you add the ring of protection to your inventory?
Um,
Papo. Okay, cool. As long as you have everything in there, you're good to go. You should be fine. Are we done here?
Is
So
there anything that I would need for James to turn these into awesome weapons, or would I have to ask James when I see him?
You would have to ask James, for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. James, I'll say just volunteer. You know that the only method that James is aware of how to do it is your infusions at this point. Like you're no fucking master enchanter. So you would have to like give up your infusions to make that happen.
Ooh, I don't even know what those are, but that sounds like stuff.
That sounds like resources that are currently in use.
Okay, okay, okay. I'll talk to you about it and see what we can do to replenish resources so that, or I can buy resources. We'll see.
Or I
times are
could just learn how to enchant.
Wait, what? I can do that?
Sure.
I mean,
Oh, you can.
I
Yeah,
could.
yeah. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you learn how to do that because I want these.
Fair enough.
Dick is gonna be like those assholes in Target, and he's gonna change his mind. He's gonna steal the.
Oh,
He's gonna leave the shares by the checkout.
Okay. He's like a very disgruntled employee. Pick them up and take them back.
I'm sorry about that.
I fucking hate this guy.
Are you sorry? You just say you're gonna be one of those assholes.
He knows what he's doing. You guys are done, and I will assume. Uh, are we meeting back up? Is that what we're doing?
go in the.
Doing the meet and greet with the crew again?
Yeah,
It's up to them.
I'd
Are
say
we
yeah.
meeting and greeting? Or we got other stuff that we want to get, huh? What you want to do?
I think
What
I
you
got.
want
I
to
go
do?
out with it.
Huh? 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 What you want to do? You want to split up some more? You got another library you'd like to go to?
I will say, Navi, just a reminder. While you're at to hit it might be a good idea to pick up some new wardrobe. You're kind of incomplete in your wardrobe at this point. Maybe some money towards that.
Thank you for that.
There's also one more thing I want to get
You're
after he gets
walking
his
you're
wardrobe.
walking around raggedy as fuck right now. So, because it's just the undershirts to all his cobalt soul garments.
He is Navi naked.
Maybe he vibing. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cold outside though.
Might need to find you some air paylors, my guy.
Some air payload.
Yeah, so I shall definitely do that. I'll
Yeah,
look for
sure. And
clothing.
that'll be whatever wardrobe you want that to be. That'll be just like 5 gold pieces. So yep, you're good to go. And you
Thanks.
could tell me at whatever point what that constituted.
So it's going to be mostly black. So like the torso portion will be black. Um, the sleeves and the pants will be of a kind of like a light gray with white accents around. There's going to be like bright white stitching, and it's going to have the,
Oh, this
I
is it.
guess, the insignia of like my home. So it'll have a soaring raven on the back, and it'll have the feather stitching throughout the black portion of it, and then on the gray portions it'll have stitching of waves,
Okay.
Sound lit.
and then
And
and obviously on top of that I have the leather the leather armor, the studded armor that I have, that's also going to be dyed in black.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. That's totally fine. As Navi has effectively recreated his dream from last night into a wardrobe.
Oh God.
A lot of blacks and grays and whites and water. And stitching or the threads of fate.
Before we leave, I want some thieves' tools.
You do want some thieves tools, you can absolutely get some thieves.
Yes. How much that's gonna cost me?
25 gold pieces, I believe.
God damn. But
I mean, yeah. And of course the the store itself doesn't refer to them as thieves tools. Like, it'd be very weird if they did. But it's like, here comes your lockpicks and accessories. Like, it's kind of what they refer to it as.
okay.
You go to that like section to pick it up, and there's just mad shady motherfuckers. And
Like,
they're just looking. It's like, I think I could break in with them. You just hear a lot of like real shady talk. I can steal my wife's shit from. Yeah.
oops. What did happen?
Just sleaze bag after sleaze bag. And you could get your thieves tools, absolutely. So now you can pick locks.
I
Now you
know.
can pick locks effectively,
Let's go, bozos.
which I think
I'm
James
perfect.
can because he has it, but you're not as dexterous. So
Oh, I'm
you're
not. I'm
no
What
perfect.
I
no James isn't as dexterous, so your lock picking checks are gonna be better than
what I lack in dexterity, I make up for in proficiency.
that is true. That is 100% true. So fast forward, and you guys all meet back up at Bozo's Bed and Breakfast. I'll say we would just like cut to the scene of you guys in the bed and breakfast, completely alone with Bozo, as he still has not gotten any customers.
Oh, bozo.
Well, hello, bozos and bozo.
Hello.
So,
How's
how was?
business? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna ask the same thing.
How's business? As you
Business
can
is
see, we care
booming.
so much.
Business is booming and blossoming and beginning to blow up.
Okay, okay.
Your voice sounded funny at the word blow words. It's a lot of emphasis on that. Unless I misheard.
I didn't notice anything. I thought I was speaking normally.
Okay.
Are you too familiar with the blushing taker?
I'm afraid I'm not.
Huh. Well, anyway, I feel like we're all going to stay here for another night.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you'll have the best sleep of your life, guaranteed. You guys seem way less impressed.
I'm just tired.
What do you mean? It's like, what? Okay. Well, if you're tired, you're in the best place you could be.
Yes.
So,
Sleep of your life.
Learned a lot today. Snoggin's kind of like
oh, sweet. What did you learn?
what it means to be a specimen.
Oh,
That doesn't sound good.
It's that
Honestly,
segregation.
in
It's
her
that
con,
segregation. I'm telling you.
Segregation. I do not believe in segregation.
oh no. Honestly, in her context, I wouldn't even know what a specimen is for real. It could just be any person with non-humanoid features.
did I not? It's right.
Well, I'll leave you to it. And he kind of like disappears into the back, leaves you guys alone in the front to talk amongst yourselves.
Well, I was going to ask each and every one of you individually, but now that we're all here together, I'll ask you all to answer this question for me if you can. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
With a lot more
Actually,
rings like this, my boy, and I'm start showing off my ring of protection.
My boy, I get like me, my boy. That's OD.
If we getting into this, we gonna need some drinks.
The bozo comes right back out. Drinks?
Thank you, Bozo.
Please, let's sit down. Let's talk about this.
Well, I will be the champion of the world.
In 5 years,
The
you will
world?
go from plucky underdog to
Okay.
world champion.
Maybe before that. Honest.
I was going to say the J word, but I don't feel like that describes you. So I see that for you though. I honestly do. World tag team champion. World champion. I
No,
see
no,
that for you.
main champion.
Not even the intercontinental type of. Nah, who gives a shit about that, right? I sure as hell don't.
I'll have most champion.
Okay.
Be tag because of the
Anyone else?
find my path.
Well, I have an idea where I'll be in 5 years, but I believe one of our friends has some information about what's happening in their career currently.
Hmm.
That is true. Navi, you do look like a new person.
Did you get a
A
haircut?
haircut. Yeah, that's what he had.
This man.
Told him to be.
So
This man said. My bad.
I'm just gonna be like, so as you guys can see, I'm not wearing the usual getup that you see me in.
Yeah, they robbed him.
They didn't rob me. I
Are you
have
sure?
resigned from the Kobolds, so
Some insight to where he will be in the next 5 years.
if you're talking about 5 years from now, I can wholeheartedly say that if we make it through this, I would love to be back on the water, back on my boat, back home, smelling that sea breeze, and who knows, maybe a partner, maybe a wife, who knows. But as long as I'm next to the sea, that's all I need.
An anime ending's gonna play at the end of his journey because he's gonna look out to the sea and like some really slow like J rock is gonna start playing in the background.
And then, but as I'm saying
Why
this,
can't I hear anything?
as I'm saying this,
What did I
I'm
do?
using minor illusion to show them the boat that I have back home that I grew up on. So it's to put it into perspective. I think the easiest way to think about it is Ipo's boat.
The fishing boat.
Yep,
Very
it's a
like
fishing boat, just a little bit bigger, easily manned by 3 people. Um, it's it has the fishing lines on the side, a main sail, and you just see it just rocking on the waves, and um, it has a insignia of a raven soaring through the sky, and next to it says the soaring raven.
yeah, it's the appearance is humble. It doesn't seem like it's built for functionality over style. This was not like some it's not a leisure boat. This was like someone's livelihood.
Hmm. Let's see. We got I already asked Allison. Got Dick. I got Navi. I got Leviticus.
You forgot
D.
mouse skill. Oh,
I mean, I assume Mouse will be with you, unless Mouse goes on, has his own hero story, and
he's his own man.
Stop giving spoilers to campaign 2.
The Adventures of Mouse skill.
The Musketeers.
oh my god.
Let's see.
A journey
So
beneath.
originally, when I started this journey, I was just following Navi in it for the money. But the more we traveled and learned, ain't gonna lie to you. It's two things on my mind. There's this one nobleman that taught me the importance of food and nourishment and how you can make anything from any make food from anything. But also meeting what they call the golden grin.
Yeah.
The message is calling me. Cause based on what we know about them, yeah, I don't know if you haven't noticed, but I'm the slightly richest. Not a fan of the people who got all the monies. In an ideal world, no one would go hungry, and it seems like they're on the alignment of spreading the wealth, the knowledge, making sure everyone's taken care of. I gotta meet them, but so I'm either I would feel like I'll probably go down that path even more, or fire around mouse skill, see what he doing. That's where I'm going right now.
I'm very glad you said Golden Grin. That's gonna segue beautifully into my second point. But the first, to answer any of your questions, if you have any as to why I've asked you these questions, I will tell you it here and now.
You're a spy.
In the next 5 years, plan to be back on the Sword Coast.
So you're gonna leave us?
Much like Navi said, I plan on being home.
It's not home
This
where the
was a
heart is.
who knows where my heart is right now. It's all over the place. We are people growing exponentially as time moves forward. Every second, we are growing into bigger, better, stronger people. I just wonder if this journey that we've come on, this adventure, has an endpoint. And if that is, my home needs to be where my heart is. And if everyone is parting, going their own separate ways, is Exandria my home, really? Or should I go home and find my friends and see what's happening on their side of the fence? If they're there, that is.
Mm, mm. Well, 5 years is pretty long way.
Yeah, we got a lot of time to do the second thing, and that is apologize to the people that need to be apologized to.
You talking about yeah, bro?
Ladies and gentlemen of,
I don't like that bitch.
what do we call ourselves? The Exploding Kobolds?
Yeah.
You guys can be the jury.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury slash Exploding Kobolds, I've come to you here today to present a motion to lend some forgiveness and to show our sorrow at the actions that we have taken in the past. I ask all of you, plead with all of you so that we could get some sort of contact with the Grinners back. I felt like they might have been an underground network of people spanning across this entire place, and in one foul second, we snuff that bitch out. I think we should get that ember started.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with James, but I want this to be known. I will acknowledge what happened to Yenra, but separately, I still don't like her.
For whatever magical, unknown, unbeknownst reasons y'all don't like her is fine, and honestly, not part of my business here. That was my friend, but she's gone in the wind, and I don't believe that she's coming back. But what I do know is those people have information that we do not. And also, we did a whole big fight thing for Romero, and now Romero's gone. Okay, that was our end, and we need to get that back. We are in a shortage of allies, and God damn it, I think we need more of them.
You know me, I'm a friendly person. I'm down with having more friends.
But we need to go to the Mud Top War, and that might be a fight. So, all cards on the table.
We can go to the Mugtop Wards. It won't be easy. I can get us in. I can try to pull some connections with some peeps to get us in unnoticed. But there is also the possibility that we will be noticed because we kind of stand out. Also, from that last fight, I kind of antagonized Vosh's peeps. But
Do we go in
it's the
disguise?
Mud-Type Wards. Yeah, I'm just so in the Mud-Type Wards, power is king. So if we can either avoid a fight or if we get into a fight, be prepared to win it. That's our only options.
So
Okay.
let me ask this question:
Shoot.
Is going to the Mud Top Ward necessary?
Yes.
We need payback.
Then to the Mud Top Ward we go.
Not for payback. My thing is, if we were going to find any traces of Romero or anyone from the Golden Grin, based on what I know about them, the little bit I know, they will most likely be in the Mud Type Wars because if you don't want to be found, that's the place to go. I'm assuming.
Okay. So, if we plan on going there, we plan on going in stealthily. That much is agreed.
No taking chairs or tables. Twin brother.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I say this because if we fight the next time, I want us all to be prepared for that fight as much as humanly possible. Now,
Human.
As awkwardly possible.
the following statements do not apply to Alcis nor Navi. I need y'all to make sure if you need to come to me to fix up some stuff, I'll do my best to get you somewhere. But I need everybody that's on the hands front to be giving out as much hands as possible. We are not playing around anymore. If anybody comes to fuck with us, they die.
So you're saying morality is off the table?
It's not morality, it's about self-defense.
I'm just
Morality is not off
I'm
the
just
table.
I
But
just self-defense or not, I just want to know. What to expect.
I'd say self-defense because in
My
this
goal
case,
is
in our cases, the best defense is an offense that you can't stop. So I just, we gonna hit them hard, hit them strong, hit them fast, and get the fuck out of
I'm assuming Bozo is coming with us.
there.
Bozo.
The extra hand.
looks at Bozo.
Bozo just looks off to the left.
Maybe
Still cleaning that one glass the entire time, just
That
like
glass is as clean as
or
can be, and he's
maybe
still at it.
we
He's
can
you
what's his
could
name?
tell like at some point during James's rant here, like he just got stuck on cleaning one glass, and it is pristine, and he's just going. He's in the motion. My boy is staring into the void at this point.
What time is it right now? A given day?
I'd say it's like late afternoon. You guys spent the day out. There's a lot of traveling, a lot of time spent, a lot of
What if what if we conscript what is the Uber driver? His name is Rafael, or what's his name?
Francisco.
Francisco. What if we conscript him? You know, he has
He has a big
like
mouth.
dragons and whatnot.
Getting everyone we know.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
just slam my head on the hand on the. I'm gonna slam my hand on the table and just go. I have someone. Donovan. We bust
yeah.
him out of prison. He's ride or die. All right. He'll join us, no problem. And listen, he's good in a fight. He doesn't play around. My man Donovan, he's a beast.
Here's the problem. We're trying to be as stealthy as possible beforehand. And I don't think busting someone out of prison would be stealthy.
It could be.
which brings me to my next point. Hell, have you not been arrested by now? Is no one looking?
I am Cornelius Deathcourt. I will not be judged for my twin brother's crimes. Okay.
Leviticus Death Corp of the wondrous Death Corp family has been found here in Bozo's bed and breakfast. Who? Anyone? Everyone, please.
Bozo, are you going to let him disfigure my reputation?
The fame.
Bozo calls us like, that's not gonna work. This place is soundproof.
Wow. Give up.
Clown got some dark depths to you.
As soon as he says that, do I want to? Fuck. I'm gonna start ritual casting detect magic.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say the test thoughts. I was really about to be like, bro, this nigga don't deserve it. Don't do it to the man.
Hey, never know. You never know. I'm not gonna confirm nor deny how that would go. But okay. Yeah, you can ritual cast detect magic. Sure, copy. We'll get back to you in a second.
So back to this, James, you said we're gonna make sure we're as prepared as possible. I've had this idea floating in my head. You know, I don't know magic, but
Okay.
I have this idea. Decked out brass knuckles. Hear me out? One deals psychic damage, the other deals radiant damage. Name, thoughts and prayers. Can you do it?
You know, it's the second one that really feels like it's gonna be more work to get in there. The radiant, I might just need to find some holy water, hold a symbol, go to a church, get it blessed or something. That seems easy. But the psychic, that's the part that's the most interesting.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna try something. Give me those brass nuts. I feel like I still got some daylight. I go see a smith.
Ooh,
Go see if I go get the same deal that's happened with this blade right here.
you
See if
know
the
what?
same logic applies.
All right. I'm passing to you. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Some blood, hair of mascule. I don't know how magic works, so
Yeah, so either you two need anything that I need to be taken to the any of y'all got a weapon that you'd want to take to get magical, stronger or magical?
My sword.
I'm gonna throw my battle axe at him. Not in a combat
oh
way. I'm
god.
gonna just here you go, ding.
I have a strength of 12, so I will let it drop to the floor. Um, uh, You said a sword. What type of sword we talking here?
Um, I just have
It's your big ass sword, right?
it's like a great sword.
Yeah, it's a great sword.
A great sword.
It seems like you're gonna need help carrying this stuff.
Uh,
Is that true?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'll help you.
I think I'd rather the great axe. I think it has more.
No, they do the same. The sword is actually more consistent with damage because it's 2d6 damage as opposed to 1d.
Oh, so I'll use this. Oh, that's great. That's perfect.
Well, come on, D's. Let's go see if the
All right.
Smith wants to go help a half orc out.
I just pick up all the stuff.
But after this, we go to Mud Top Ward and we ride to take those bastards. Or to get our information back from the Grinners, because that might be some real helpful ally. Okay, bye.
Be
I just
careful.
called on James.
So that's what we're. All right, so you're going off to do that now, basically.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How long would that take?
I think you'll. I think you'll be out for most of the evening to the night
Hmm.
for this.
We'll return though.
You will return.
We will have a time.
Okay. I mean, I feel like we could fast forward through all of that and say, what exactly are you trying to get? I was looking up something.
I was trying to get thoughts and prayers on her brass knucks.
If she wants radiant and psychic damage for them,
Yeah.
that's some premium shit.
I don't
To,
think that's
to have them, it's gonna cost a lot more than, let's say, getting your weapon to be +1. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot more. So
Can I make it +1, then eventually make it thoughts and prayers? Or if it's like a +1 that has to stay.
here's the interesting fact. When Yannick made your swords, James, he put those little kind of orbs within them that allow for 2 enchantments. To make something +1 and to get your thoughts and prayers would be 2 different enchantments. Your weapon would most likely explode under that much magic. The only weapons that can hold 2 enchantments are James's swords
Oh no.
because of the way they were constructed.
Oh no.
Which will come in handy much later. But we're not
Exactly.
thinking about that right now.
This is the swords of the long game. Yeah.
The guns
And
is
So
right now.
Okay,
guns,
thoughts and
Wait
prayers
till
could
I
be a
stop
long
using
game
them.
thing.
it could be. It could be. It just depends. Okay, so I'm gonna say to make your weapon +1 on baseline. I think if you want it in short order, right? It wouldn't be that they enchanted. It would be you
Here,
trading in your
you
sword,
want to push your
paying the
legs up a little
difference, and
bit?
they give you a
You
+1
sure?
sword back,
There's plenty of room right here.
basically.
I
Because
mean,
Good.
otherwise you'd have to get a special order
See,
in, and it would
better.
take forever
Oh
for
shit.
somebody to enchant that. So
yeah.
it would
Your
be a
feet,
trade
yeah,
in
your
for
feet are
that, and
freezing, bro.
then of course now that they have the materials, they probably
It's the
use
natural
their spare time
habitat.
to enchant the new sword that you gave them. So like
I
that's kind of the working of it.
Yeah, because I was thinking to do it the same way that I did it the last time, where I actually also help.
Okay. What you were doing is you were just crafting, so it was just like smith work. Um,
Yeah.
the the idea of like enchanting is like hovering over concentrated work for multiple days at a time of just going straight to it and having that focus, and just making sure that the magic that you're enchanting with it stays within. Like it's not about just putting the magic on it; it's making sure that whatever you put on it is permanent. So
Okay.
it's a more for like something like a +1 bonus would be more tedious than hard for an enchanter, but it would be tedious. It would take a long time to do.
Okay.
Okay.
I can hold off on that.
Yeah.
I
So
definitely can hold off
if
on
you
that.
wanted your specific thing to do, you would have to give them your weapon for several days at the very least. The more complicated you ask for, the longer they're gonna have to keep it. For something like Radiant, it's like, well, we gotta pump this bad boy up with fucking angel damage. Like, let's do that. That might take a little bit. I gotta get my guy here. Gotta get it figured out. Like, gotta look at it from up, down, left, right. Psychic damage is like, well, it's a smart ass fucking brass knuckle. We gonna be here for about 2 weeks. Like, so like that.
How long are we staying here?
Unless you could pay me to rush the job and get my guys down here and get you down 2 days. It costs 5 times five
2
times as
days.
much as usual.
How much would it cost for 2 days?
You want it done in 2 days? I'm gonna say you don't have the money for this.
You don't know what I got.
5,000 gold pieces.
Never mind. You know what I got.
Yeah, it's not that. I'll tell you
And,
that.
and it would be for
Uh,
each. It would be for each of them.
yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
We'd
yeah.
have to rob a bank to do that.
This is a rush order. Like, just think about what you're asking here. This is
Right. Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
cool with the trade-in of items to go
Oh,
from
absolutely,
regular to +1.
absolutely.
Does that
Okay.
work for each of them, even the brass knuckles?
If you want to do that, then yeah, I'll say yeah.
I don't have anything to trade in. The only thing of
You don't
value I
have
have is
the.
a friendship bracelet, and I'm not giving that up.
I mean, you have your staff.
Oh, yeah, I barely use that. When's the last time I
You
used that?
you only really use your hands, so it's like
This is true. Yeah, take my staff.
never know.
I
Might
think I
come in
used it
handy.
once to bonk somebody.
Might come in handy. Okay. When you get to do this, the staff will be the cheapest to do at this point. To make it +1, you might be surprised that there's actually not a cheap thing to do. is to make it. I would say like the staff will be like 250 gold to do this with. The great sword probably going to be the most expensive out of the bunch. This is gonna this is gonna cost money. I don't. First of all, how much money do you have on you? Maybe we could orchestrate a deal of sorts.
I'm broke as fuck.
You
Okay,
mean
guys.
me?
I'm taking general. I'm just gonna say, okay, guys. Magic costs money. All right. I understand the want for magic items. Totally. 100%. But it's not free.
Well, magic costs money. It's magic.
Supply and demand. Can you demand it? Can you make it?
No,
It's
Do you know
crazy.
anybody personally that can make it?
no.
1,000 gold pieces.
Oh.
Exactly.
Okay, if I don't do anything to my brass knuckles, how long would they survive? Can I still fight with them?
You can fight with them. Yeah. They'd be just like any other weapons. We're not gonna go into weapon deterioration or anything like that. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll be great.
And eventually I can make them.
We ain't playing Fire Emblem.
No. Shit.
Then
That
eventually.
that was the game I was trying to remember, but I couldn't remember whatever
Okay.
moment we had earlier. Fire Emblem.
Yeah. The thing is that like if you want money, you want avenues of money, and you want to get more.
Mhm.
Ask me where to find money. Ask me where to find the money. Pretty much.
Okay.
Gotta do that, yeah.
Okay.
We need money.
So
I mean, James just ran into a bounty.
Yeah,
yeah.
we need money.
Could supply a lot
So-
of this stuff actually.
Rob a bank?
Wait,
I
no.
look at
I
James.
said,
and I'm like,
I tapped.
Rob a bank.
No.
No,
We're not trying to get
absolutely not.
thrown in
Yes,
jail.
let's do that.
That's what I was tapping. No,
y'all
absolutely
not
not.
here.
Bad.
Okay. Can you turn off the light when you bring him in?
Get the squirt bottle. Just no.
No. We're not picking up the table either.
Yeah,
No,
this is it's a big jump because not only are you giving the +1, but you're making it magical. So like anything that has resistance to non-magical weapons all of a sudden apply. It's a big jump, like a huge jump in the quality of what you're wielding. So it does cost money to get.
So I wouldn't be able to afford leveling up from normal to +1.
For which one specifically? I'd say it'll be different depending on what the weapon.
I was given a great sword. I was given
Yeah.
an axe. Was that a battle axe or a great axe?
Battle axe.
So yeah, I would say the what did I say the staff would cost? Like 300, something like that. Yeah, I would say it would be like the battle axe would be like 400, the great sword will be like 600. Around like we're thinking of those type of tiers. That's a big fucking weapon to make even greater. It costs more.
Yeah. Last episode I would have had the money for one of those items,
Yeah,
but I
I
have
got the money.
234 right now.
true.
You
I
have
got
the
the
money for what?
for my brass knuckles.
How much money do you have?
Don't worry about how much money I got. I don't
I'm
like
gonna
spending it.
I'm gonna
Don't
check
yeah,
it.
but
I'm gonna
don't you
check your
have
card.
like bad money?
I'm gonna
I, ha-
check your.
I've been
I have
broke
a
my entire life.
I have 100
She
for a gold
she
piece.
hoards everything. She
Yeah, I
has
have not noticed that.
she has a lot. She
Yeah,
has enough. Like she has
Jesus
526. She's kind of
Christ.
balling. She got the
Brother.
bag from the Kobold Soul at the beginning and just didn't spend it.
I have not spent.
Yeah. So this is a bit. This opens up the idea of like, yeah, maybe you guys should like try to make some money.
We should probably make some money.
Try to make some money. I know that this is the complex part of it because like you're on a timer.
Uh,
It's like hey, I don't
Okay, so now I'm gonna X all those plans out,
yeah.
and
Absolutely,
I'm gonna look for some more bounties because we need some of that bread.
you got it.
Mhm.
Should we should we go should we go north to
The
To get that bat,
Provo
the
Wilderness,
wilderness?
if you want to
get that
I,
Batman.
take a trip. It's a if
Days.
you kill it clean, it's a easy 1500.
Hey, we gonna get to that. I'd rather us do it with weapons that we're going to use in combat. Something good, please,
I-
because
It's
Yeah.
wait, these. Do you know if there's like a billboard full of like job postings for bounties?
Do I know that?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
they're
feel like
around.
I would.
They're around in different places. It's not unheard of
Oh,
to try to like find something.
we
good night.
technically
There was a bug on my screen.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I thought it was like a crawling bug, and then I swatted it, but then it came back, and I was like, "Oh God, no!"
Oh man. How many other folks are deathly scared of bugs in this wonderful group?
I'm not afraid of them. It's just that I'm inside. I pay rent. You don't.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that situation that you see a bug and you're paralyzed with fear, like Jackie.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just like I'm swatting it away, but I'm just like, ew, how dare you? First of all, you don't pay rent. Cosby pays rent, and they don't pay rent. So no,
Alright, okay. I
you
thought
got
it was
pet rent.
Okay, I'll say just for like examples of just bounties you'll find, because just to like fast forward through it and like what you'd find, like going to like different taverns and places around where you think that these notices might be up and a different board. Some places you go to are rather empty,
Both
but
we're in Bozos. Tax Bozo.
Bozo's is empty for sure. Nothing going on there, but you do find like a listing for help wanted, clear bandits off of Amber Crossroads.
hey,
Do that.
nice.
And what you would know is the Amber Crossroads is the path directly south of Rexentrum that goes into the city. So it's like bandits reported. Um, Forces were sent to apprehend them, could not be found.
How much does it pay?
600 gold piece.
dead or alive.
Alive.
Oh. We're not good at that.
We got to split the gold, no?
Well, it's a collective goal because we're trying to get our stuff
That
set up.
You guys trying to get.
mhm.
Could we technically bring like
It also it cites in it is like the extra bounty is because the extra bounty, well, I guess like the pricing is due to a noble's caravan being robbed in the way to the city.
Oh
of
no!
Oh, let's definitely do it because then we extort more at the noble.
Oh, what? Extort?
yeah, valuables are missing. We want these
Yeah,
people brought to justice.
they want they want them brought to justice, but they actually do want the valuables, so we can take the valuables and be like, nigga, give us more money for the valuables, or sell the valuables, because technically they're just asking for the bandits.
Are we are,
You
are we
understand?
about to go on a grinding mission?
I love grinding missions.
How bad do you want these magic items?
Yeah, how bad do you guys want these? Well, mostly
How
these.
bad you want to be +1? Tell me.
Plus,
I'm
How
fine.
bad do
or
you
plus
want?
one.
+2? You're not even the level we're gonna be getting the +2.
Listen, I'm say I'm down for whatever. You guys just point the way.
Yeah, let's do something and get some rewards, bro. Let's go.
If there's
Now
one thing I need,
no, I was just like, now we're speaking Leviticus language. She's like, fight and get loot.
No
Loot.
killing.
there's one thing I need y'all to know, understand right now. If I'm with any one of you and I ask for a bounty, it is shared between all of us. If I am by myself and I ask for a bounty, it's a different story. So we have 25, 3,100 gold pieces of
Loading.
floating missions just waiting to be taken down.
Mhm.
Actually, let's see how far we can go. Give me more stuff.
All
Fuck
right.
it.
Give me a second, cause I'm making them all up on the spot.
Because if I ask for one more thing, I think we might either die in the process or we might take too much damn
Or,
time.
or,
But we
or,
need money.
what if there was a posting for 3 minutes in a cage and you get 3,000 gold pieces?
That won't be enough. The people are savage out here. They see that all the time.
I'm glad two faces at least know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Buddy, you need to eat. Stop paying attention to stuff. You don't know what's going
That's
on.
that Spider-Man special.
That's
Got
all right. That's
You got
3 now.
3 minutes with
3
me,
minutes,
brother.
I got you for 3 minutes.
Oh
Yeah. The thing is like I wouldn't like consider that a bounty, but if you're just looking for avenues of money, like let's
Avenues
just
of
do it.
money.
Advertisement. Welcome to
finding
the welcome to the Tangle in the Tangles. An advertised tournament for fighters to come around and have a good time fighting in a single elimination tournament where the winner will be given 2,000 gold pieces. Runner up will be
Yeah,
given
I'll do that.
500. Third
When
place,
is it?
100 gold pieces.
is there a
Anything
championship?
anything out of the top 3? Nothing at all.
Oh,
Nothing
gotta get
at
top
all.
3.
Is there any championship?
Oh my god.
No championship belts. Just a tournament being organized for the entertainment of those who
In
wish to
terms of
I am
time, it seems like this tournament might be the best option.
Sure.
When is this tournament?
Tomorrow. How about that?
Mm.
How about that? You want to do this? Let's just do it. Let's just
I
go.
am 100% down for this.
Next episode's the fighter tournament. Let's go. Let's get it down. Let's go. We out.
And
We out,
because of
boys.
that, we don't even need to worry about the title. The next title is the Tangle and the Tangles.
GG.
As you guys get that
That works.
revelation, you look at each other, you figure out this is the quickest way to the bag. And that's
the
where we're gonna
bag.
end today's
Whoa,
session.
Wait. Detect magic.
The tech magic goes off. Bozo's bed and breakfast.
Oh, God.
There is a not a strong sense of, I wouldn't say it's anything like powerful or like too powerful, but there is a sense of abjuration magic around the building. As you're now realizing, guaranteed best sleep of your life might not just be some mindless thing that he's saying.
Oh.
He's probably taking precautions to make sure that you are sleeping better. while
Yes.
with it.
Listen, we
What about the door?
Do you want to travel to the back door to see what's going on over there?
Yes, please.
You travel to the back door. The door itself, nothing is magical about the door. That's fine. The door is just locked to holy hell. It's a big slab of metal.
That's a stretch.
Behind it, you do feel magic, and it feels foreign in the sense that it doesn't feel the way typical magic feels when it touches the detect magic radius. It would be more conjuration magic than anything. How do I describe it? It it's very. I'd say that's all you get without getting a view of it.
I'll keep that to myself.
Okay. And we'll keep it there as Navi looks at the door ominously, and the pan out. We'll hit our credits, and we're just gonna end it there. As yeah, we're gonna end scene. End scene is like welcome, and it's just like in order of appearance. It's like Bozo. Bozo on top.
Executive producer, Bozo.
Yeah, it's like Bozo, and to the side it says Joaquin Phoenix, and then and it just keeps going. So yeah, that's our session for today. Next time we play, which I believe is next week, it's time to fucking throw down for the tangles in the tangle, and hands are gonna be thrown because people need money. People need money. People realize you're going broke, and you need some resources to do what you're planning to do. It's good. It's a good thing to set up as long as you're working towards something. It's a good thing. So thank you for joining us, everybody. Really appreciate it. It's a fun session and enlightening, and we got some direction and some explicit information that I really wanted to get off my chest for a very long time. Thank you, Dulon.